Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go. Slap on the gold watch. Need to go. Slap on the gold watch. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get it going. You're back late night talking about some BS online. Yo, what's good? What's up? Just chilling right now. Let's see, we run into get a lot of course sellers recently. You got, I think, 3 or 4 dudes so far selling shit. Let's see. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. You can request to join if you disagree. So nice little relaxing beginning before it starts popping off. One. Let's see. But how's everyone doing tonight? Can you guys hear me? Is my audio working? Let's get this up and running. Come in, Leland. Let's go. Can you guys hear me? Is my microphone working? Nope, so. Christine. Okay, it's clear. I mean, look, if you want to go trade school too. I mean, as long as you're getting an education. Yeah, and if you find trade school to be the best path for you, absolutely go for it. Hey, Dario Reps, how old are you?
Oh, 20.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead.
I know like the trading courses, maybe not like 100% it's completely a scam, but for the most part, we know it's pretty much a scam. That's where people are making most of their money is from the course trading, not what they're actually doing.
Right.
But the day trading, if you don't like categorize that into trading courses, I don't think day trading is a scam. I think you still need to know about graphs, and think you still need to know about the blue and red things. I think it still does take a lot of skill, and there is risk to it. You're not like selling a course to people. I mean, I
Yeah, I
think
get
that's
what you're
people's
saying. Yeah.
own risk.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Yeah, I'm not saying, okay, let me put it this way. I'm not saying when you're day trading, you're scamming anyone. I'm saying when you day trade, most people are just getting straight scammed because they don't have strategies. They just have, like, you know, things that they try to, that they think are strategies, but they're not real strategies.
Well,
And yeah.
someone's knowledge for something shouldn't mean something else is a scam just because other people aren't good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who make a living off day trading because they're just
True.
so good at it and they know how to they've actually like learn everything about it.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not a skill in the same way that something else is a skill. That's the part that people kind of forget about it. Because here's all it comes down to is if you could formulate some sort of if you have a mathematical edge or not. If you have a
Mhm.
mathematical edge, then yeah, you can day trade forever. You'll become as rich as until your strategy stops working.
Mhm.
If you don't, it's all just chance and
Yeah,
variation.
no, I see what you're saying. And then for college, it's not a scam. I think if anything, college is right there if we want to put it with day trading because like college, a lot of kids
Yeah.
don't even end up finishing their first 4 years of college. Sometimes don't even get to their associates. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
You get student loans on student loans on student loans.
But that's
You're
on
in
the.
like
Are you talking about people who didn't finish their college, or talking about people who finished college? Because those are two different groups of people. Yeah, you can
no.
have debt and not finish college, but most people with debt finish college,
Well, yeah, but even then, like then they're working years and years to pay off that student debt. You know what I'm saying?
right? Okay, and okay, but do you know what the value of a college degree is in comparison to the debt? So
I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's other ways that you could still make the same amount or more money.
No,
And
but here I'm telling you what the value of a college degree is. College degrees, on average, with the college degree, you'll earn about
Mhm.
$3 to $4 million over your 40-year career. About 1 to 2 million you can expect to earn without a college degree. So the value that a college degree adds to
Mhm.
your career, expected value, on average, these are just
Yeah,
average numbers, it's about 1 to 2 million. As long as your college costs less than that, it always has a
yeah,
positive value. So it still makes sense for you
yeah.
to go to college. So that's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
harder. It's
that
not
is
the
true though
same.
too. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's whatever people put their mind to. You know, whatever they make the most out of it. Then that's all it is in the end of the day. You know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I do think there's a lot of people like underestimate the
Yeah.
benefit of college. I'm not saying like go and get whatever degree, but like if you go to
Yeah.
college and you can do engineering where you're good at math, like go to college, you will get paid for it generously. Like the people who are making all the money in the world, like there are people with college degrees who go to like very good universities with,
Yeah.
very technical degrees for the most part. And yeah, you can
Yeah.
find people who are outliers. I'm not denying you. I'm not saying you have to go
Yeah.
to college to be successful, but it's like if you have like, whatever, I would say at least like 70, 80% of the really high income earners,
Uh,
they went to college and a lot of them did,
yeah.
very technical stuff. I'm saying go college, get a STEM degree, something high end, and But yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it's not the same. Like, let me clarify something here. Yeah, if college in the past, you could get any degree on earth. You would make like, you know, $50 equivalent, like with any degree in the past, because there's so few people with college degrees. Now it's a bit more common. The pay has gone down, but it's still a net benefit.
Yeah. For sure, man. All right, then. Yeah, I was hopping on here real quick. You have a good night.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You too. Appreciate it. There you go. We'll go on to the next person. We'll go on to a dudum. A dudum.
Yo, hello, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah. How old are you?
21.
Go ahead.
Hey, brother, I just wanted to say, I realize your statement here. Right now, I'm going to be extremely honest with you. You
Be
probably
as
don't.
honest
You
as you
probably
like.
think this is a troll.
Okay.
I'm willing to give you $1,000 if you take down this live because I'm a day trader who makes six figures last year, and right now I'd be willing to pay you $1,000 if you took down this live
Hold up. Why? It doesn't make any sense.
because I
Okay.
want to prove you wrong and I want to
That's not
see.
the same thing as proving me wrong, though.
I'm
No,
rejecting your
but
premise,
that's not okay. But hold up, hold. That's not the same thing as rejecting a premise.
and I actually went to college and I did quant. I was a
Wait, so are
quant.
you are you a quant trader then?
Yeah, I'm a quant trader.
All right, so you're not a day trader then. You're a quant trader.
Yeah, but I still did day trading as well. And I made a
What?
lot of money from it.
But are you using a mathematical like? But you're doing quant trading.
I do both. I just said I did both.
Why would you ever do both if you had one strategy that was foolproof to work?
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean I shouldn't do both of them.
But one of your strategies is making you money. The other one, there's no guarantee. Why wouldn't you just use the one that's guaranteed to make you money?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but I didn't start off as a quant trader.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So I'm right now, and this is not a troll. If you just send me your phone number, I'll cash app Brazil you. I'd be willing to give you $1,000 if you took down this live to prove my point.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
be I'm
gonna
back
do
up
it?
on I'm gonna be back up on live anyway. I mean,
So then you're not going to accept the money, and you're still going to be doing these shenanigans.
these are not shenanigans. You didn't prove anything. This doesn't mean anything.
Well, I actually am right because the average person who goes to college usually doesn't make six figures.
When you're
Per capita
hold
people
up.
who go to
When did I claim that?
well, I'm just saying per capita people who do day trading usually make more money.
No, wait, hold up. How many day traders make money on that? Like out of 100 day traders, how many of them make money or lose money? Do you?
I would well, I don't know the exact number, but per capita day traders make more money.
You don't know the numbers, but per capita, which is based on numbers, they make more money.
Yeah, I don't need to know the number.
99% of day traders lose money or fail to, or 90 to 99%
Okay,
underperform.
well, I'm not here for the statistics. Are you willing to accept my offer?
But what do you mean you don't, hold up, but how does that make any sense? You're coming here
Just
saying per capita they outperform.
it is true.
I'm,
I've seen that statistic that
but
day traders usually make more money than college students.
where'd you see that statistic from?
Well, I don't know. I can't name it for you. I'm not exactly an encyclopedia of statistics.
You're the one. I didn't.
Okay,
I
listen.
just
The whole purpose of this is that I want to prove you wrong. I'm willing to pay you $1,000 cash if you
Well,
take down this live.
yeah, I'm not going to do that.
All right then. You missed out on
I
$1,000
don't
because
believe
you
you
want
one
to prove
bit. Because
college is not a
you
scam.
don't believe statistics. So hold up? How do I even know if you know what $1,000 is?
What do you mean?
I don't believe you know how much $1,000 is because you claimed per capita college students do worse than day traders, but you don't know what
I
percentage
never
of day
said that.
traders.
I never said that. College students, after they graduate from college per capita, usually tend to make less money than those who actually
No,
start
they
day
don't.
trading.
That's not true at all.
How do you know it's not true? Where's your statistics?
Sure, there's multiple banks, there's multiple institutions that have done studies on this. 90 to 99% of day traders fail money. Sure, let me pull up some sources and statistics for you. Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. And you guys can Google this yourself too, but if people want numbers, sure, we can take our time so you guys can understand what's happening. All right, cool.
Wow, you really made me do it.
Dude,
That's it. I'm offering $5,000 now.
many day traders lose money. Let's see. Let's see.
I'm offering $5,000 now.
90. Oh, a common statistic cited in academic literature is that over 90% of day traders lose money. 97% of active traders lose money over time. Let's see. This is from a variety of sources. Can I find? Let me see. Where is this from? Ramsey Solutions, CNBC. Can I find an academic paper on this? Because I want to get it as academic as possible. Academic article. Let's see. Oh, University of Berkeley. The vast majority of day traders lose money. Problematic trading, gambling-like behavior in intraday trading by the National Institute of Health. Most day traders lose money.
All right, do you want me to give you 10,000? Like, I don't understand.
For what?
To take down this live.
For what? Does this improve anything?
Art of the deal.
That doesn't make any sense.
Start day trading, bro.
You guys don't know how numbers work.
I actually do know how numbers work. I'm a quant.
Oh, okay, cool. What's a Sharpe ratio?
Don't need to know. I know any day of the week, though. Tell me your birthday right now. I'll tell you what day of the week it is.
You don't know what a Sharpe ratio is in your quant?
We quants. Okay, I guess.
You're not a quant.
Wait,
What did you
wait,
study
wait,
in college?
wait. I think I know. Wait, I
What did
think
you
it's
study?
it's
What?
the one. If I recall correctly, it measures investment risk adjusted performance by dividing its excess return.
What did you study in college?
Harvard
What
Business School.
what degree is Harvard? What
I did
degree
quant
is
trade.
that?
I did. Well,
Yeah,
all
guys,
right.
I went to college. Oh, cool. What did you study? Did you study psychology? Did you study engineering? I studied Harvard.
Hey, dude, I'm just kidding. I was LARPing the whole time. I'm a
Yeah,
college student.
I know you LARPing, dude.
I was a college student. I have nothing better to do. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But I
Don't
actually
worry.
can't tell you any day of the week you were born. I actually do have that talent. I'm really good with numbers.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. What do you major in? Finance?
I did finance, econ, and management.
What are you trying to get into, like private equity or something?
I did private equity.
Huh. For which firm?
I'm not naming my firm. I did private equity. It's a boutique firm in Los Angeles.
Did you make 6 figures?
I did was an internship.
Dang. Do you
No
make
one-
any? You have an income right now?
Yeah, at work.
Dang. Pretty cool, man. All right. Well, sorry for the rage bait, boss,
Or
but
it's all
I
right.
had nothing better to do.
Are you in college?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Well, you didn't mention your firm. Why should I mention where I'm doing?
I'm saying what your degree is in. I'm not saying for the name of your college.
I'd rather not mention that as well.
Not the name of your college. I'm sorry. Like, what field of study are you in?
Gender studies and African American studies. I'm a double major.
Okay.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm a bio major.
All right. You're gonna be a doctor.
Something
That's
like
cool.
that.
All right. Good luck with
Probably.
that.
See ya, man.
All right. Take care. Try nursing if you don't want to do med school for 15,000 years.
Well, that's not the only path after bio.
Yeah, but it's the only paths that actually make anything. But anyway, I'm moving on to the next person. I
Well,
appreciate you joining.
biotech is still a thing, and that's popping
Oh,
up.
you know what? You're right. You should maybe try to do biotech as well.
And dude, you know that most people who do finance eventually reject it, and if you're not doing it in a good school, there's really no purpose of it. You think
Yeah,
some dude,
Hmm?
you
Go
think
ahead.
you think people who go to average colleges and major in finance actually do well?
Yeah,
I
I know people
disagree.
have. I
Unless
know.
there maybe outliers do, but usually the average person who majors in finance really doesn't land a six-figure job.
Well, I know multiple people who have. But all right, anyway, appreciate you for joining. I mean, it depends how good you do.
Fair enough. See you, man.
On
Take
your
care.
geographical region. Take care. Appreciate it. Well, move on to this shot. Ashman. Hey, Ashman, how old are you?
I'm 34 years old.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead.
So I'm just trying to like get with the program. So between the three of these, trading courses are sarcasm, day trading is sarcasm, college.
Nope. I'm serious about all three of them. There's no sarcasm here.
So what point are you trying to make?
The points on the screen. Do you want clarification for which point? Or
What exactly are you trying to point out?
that you're getting scammed if you're day trading? Most people don't actually have any idea what they're doing.
I agree.
So then where's the okay? Trading courses, have you heard of Alpha Decay? Or
Day trading, yes.
okay. So you realize trading courses would be a scam because of Alpha Decay, right?
Yes.
So then where's your disagreement?
My disagreement is with what are you trying to convince me of otherwise?
I don't think anyone can convince you of anything. You don't
What do
seem to
you
be
try?
like, there's a literal statement on your screen. Like, do you read it? Like, I don't understand. Is this confusing to you, or
I'm asking you, are you trying to convince me otherwise?
I don't have to convince you otherwise. You agree or disagree with the
What do you believe in?
what my faith? Like, what do you mean? What do I believe in? What does that mean?
No, I mean, obviously, it's why are we okay? You have a very um you have a different reaction to my belief. Okay, so
No, what do you mean your belief? You literally asked me, what do I believe in? My religion? I
yeah,
don't.
so you have
What?
a reaction of
What?
okay. I'm okay, never mind. Yeah, you have a reaction of
I'm gonna move on to the next person. Guys, can you please like I don't know, have a conversation skills a little bit? I'm on the next person. We'll go to Vladdy. Hello.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 21.
All right, congratulations. Are you in bed? What's going on?
I
What are you,
I am in bed. It's 3 a.m.
all right. Why is your camera off?
My camera? Why
Yeah,
not?
it's kind of weird, but okay. So
Do I not look good?
I don't really care, dude. This isn't Grinder.
Grinder? What the hell?
Yeah, This is not Grinder. I don't know why you're shirtless in bed.
Do you sleep with your shirt on?
But why do you have to have your camera on? Anyway, what's
Why
your
do you have
take on
your
the?
camera on? Can I have my camera on, bro?
This is my live stream, dude.
Did you
Not
say in the
what?
thing that I can't have my camera on? What's wrong? Because we're having a conversation. You don't
It's
try
kind
to look
of
me in the eyes?
like, what is this, man?
Bro, what is wrong? What are you tripping about?
What's your take
You were
on the
saying
prompt?
something about having conversational skills, and now you're just like, you're being weird. You're being anxious. What's going on?
I'm not being anxious. I'm just why? Why are you? This is weird.
Why is it weird? Tell me about it.
Why are you half naked in bed on a live stream? about trading.
Well, I'm just here to have a conversation.
All right, I'm just going to the next person.
Bro, you're
Name is Vladdy Daddy, and he's in bed with his shirt off. Like, what the fuck? Can't make this shit up, guys. Who's next? Ozzy. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead.
I don't think I have a problem with the first two prompts. I think that's mostly right. College is not a scam.
Yeah.
When you say college, does that mean like university as well
Yeah,
for
I
you?
mean
Or
the
what?
whole 4 years. Yeah, college and university, I kind of say interchangeably.
Okay. And do you say that universally for all of the available degrees
No,
or specifically?
not all of the degrees, but it depends. You have to just look at the numbers. As long as the total added value to your lifetime career earnings is more than whatever your total debt plus tuition is, it's always going to be worth going.
Ah, yes, I'm familiar with this statistic. However, I would look at the nuance of it a little bit. For example, if you were to, for example, just get rid of, in that statistical calculation, if you get rid of all the STEM degrees and you get rid of, let's say, anyone with a higher socioeconomic status prior to going and compare them with people in the same socioeconomic status, what do you see in terms of that statistical difference? Do you know?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot less in terms of like the value of a college degree. Yeah, it would go down.
Yeah. Would you say it'd go down significantly enough so that such that some of these people would be, not even some, majority of them would be significantly better off not having to take on that debt?
Oh, so you mean it has a negative value to college?
I would say there is a large enough subset of these people that it would have a negative outcome for
Well,
overall.
no, I mean, I'll agree with you to this. Yeah, not all degrees are worth going to. Yeah, I guess I can compromise with you there. I'm saying for the degrees that are worth it. STEM, medical, accounting, econ, finance, nursing, like those degrees would be worth it. Everything else, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're in agreement.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, don't mind. Yeah, I'm not saying all of it is good. There's some stuff that's not worth it.
All right. Cool. I don't
Appreciate it.
think we have anything to argue about.
All right,
Good luck with
perfect.
your life.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Ozzy. I'm going on to the next person. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Move on to what's this person? Grant. Hello. Grant, how old are you? You there, Grant? I'm going on to the next person. Sorry, Grant, I cannot hear you. We have to keep it moving. I gotta make sure I get through as many people as I can. Mr. Ghost. Hello, Ghost.
Hello, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 25, bro.
Go ahead.
All right, so trading courses are a scam.
Okay.
Majority of it, I agree. Even though I've learned it myself. So majority of them are a scam. I do trading for a living. It's my full-time job.
Gotcha.
So the middle one, I disagree with. Calling is not a scam. It depends what degree you're doing, as you said, mentioning earlier. Some are worth it and some are not worth it. So I agree with that. But the middle one, I disagree with. It's not a scam because I do it for a living and I make more than majority of the people.
Wait, sorry, can you say one more time, sorry? The last part, you said majority of people?
I said I make more money than majority of people that have degrees and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so day trading is not a scam.
Do you have like a strategy? Like, do you have a strategy that works?
I've been doing it for 2 years. It's what I do for like I make more than, I trade in GBP because I'm from the UK. So I make more than minimum in a bad month, 10K a month. So that's like $15,000 a month.
Do you use a prop firm?
I have a live account and prop firm, both.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, okay, and how do you know that your strategy is real or you're just getting lucky? How do you know?
because I've been consistent for the last 6 months and I've been
No,
getting.
but you could be consistently lucky for 6 months.
You can't be lucky with 6 months because with Profam you gotta prove you have to pass challenges for you to pass phase one, pass phase two, and
Yeah,
I've
but
done that over 32 multiple times. I've grown a live account from £1,000 to like £36,000, and for you to do that, you have to be consistently very profitable to do that.
well, hold up, not yeah, but like talking about that's a too short of a time span. 6 months is nothing. You could if you said 6 to 10 years, then yeah, I
No,
would
I've
more
been trading
believe you.
for
But
2 years.
two
But I
years is
became
still nowhere near
profitable.
long enough. Like you can get lucky for 2 years. It doesn't.
But it's what I do. I made more money than anyone like a normal college student, like anyone with a degree would in the next 5 years.
Okay, but that again, the reason I'm asking this is, how do you know you're not just gambling and getting lucky?
Because you can't be gambling for 6 months straight consistently and getting lucky with it.
You absolutely could.
For 6 months.
Yes, for 6 months, for years. There's people who've done
My
that.
win rate is 80%. So I could sit on the chart with you right now and I can tell you
How much
exactly.
are you? Oh, hold up, but your win rate doesn't tell me how much you're winning.
It means
Win
I'm
rate
right.
is what? You're
I'm
winning
right
a dollar or winning $10. You're winning $5 each time. Like, what are you?
It means that every like 10 trades I take, out of 10, I'm right 7-8 times out of the 10
But that
times.
doesn't tell me how much you're profiting off of each trade. Like, what's your percentage return?
It depends how much you risk per trade. So
Right.
if
So
I'm
the 80% doesn't really mean much. Like, you bet a dollar, you win a dollar, because that would be a win rate right there. You bet a dollar, 10 different times, you win 8 times, you
so for
lose.
example, on my like let's say with a prop firm account, I trade with FTMO. So I have a 400k FTMO account, right?
Okay.
So I would trade 1%. So 1% of that 400k is 4k. So I risk £4,000 per trade.
£400 per K. 400 K.
$4,000
4,000. Okay.
dollars per trade. And
But
I
how
would
much
go.
are you? But how much are you winning? How much does a trade make? 80% win rate doesn't tell me what you make. What's your return?
Aim for 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 risk for reward, and my win rate is 80%. So I risk
But how much?
$4,000 to
Yes.
make $12,000.
So every time you trade, you're making 12K?
It depends. If I have a winning day, I make 12k. If I lose 4k.
But why wouldn't you? Oh, hold up. But if you're winning, why wouldn't you take $11,578 or something? Like, why does it have to be so exact? I don't understand that part.
Because that's my strategy. This is how I really play risk to reward. That's how it works.
Well, but why wouldn't you say cash out $11,999?
I would
Why do you
do
have
that.
to?
Obviously, I would take some out. I would take some out, and then I'll let some run. I'll let some runners run as well, and then I'll take some profit partials out as well. It's not a scam. Like I promise you, that's what I used to think it was a scam. When I got into it,
But
yeah,
Ghost,
yeah,
you don't know. But you don't know if what you're doing has any significance to it. You could just be getting lucky.
bro. I have friends that make 100,000, 150,000 a day. A day.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. You can go bet $100,000 on a blackjack table, make $100,000 that day. That doesn't tell
Bro,
me that what you're doing is different or special. You're just getting
no,
lucky.
the guy became a millionaire. I have friends of groups. Like obviously, online you see all these glamorous Lamborghinis and all these people like, exposing all the cash and all. This is all bullshit. The
Oh,
the trader, real
the
traders,
people,
all
the
hidden.
people on. Hold up, are you saying that you know them?
Who?
Are you claiming that you know those people?
Which type of people? The ones that are out on social media?
No, not the ones on social, legit ones, the ones who aren't on social media.
The ones that are off social media. Of course, I'm in a private group chat with like 5 of us, and at least 3 of them are all millionaires just from trading.
Okay.
But majority of the traders that are successful, you will not see them on social media. They're all hidden.
Right, okay.
And the ones that are all bullshit, they sell courses, and the courses are all a scam. It's all bullshit, and it's all just they're getting affiliated with brokers,
Right.
and the brokers pay him to show them off, and they don't know how to trade.
Oh, got you there. But then my question to you then again is, how do you know that what you're doing isn't just you getting lucky? And it's okay if you get lucky. I'm not saying, that you didn't make money or anything. But my question to you is, how do you know you're not just gambling and getting lucky?
So you do back testing. So you look at your
How long have you back tested for?
for 2 years.
That's not a back test, really.
It is for 2 years. You're
2
trying
years
to
is not
strategy.
There is not a single firm on earth that will take a back test for 2 years seriously. Back tests try closer to 10 to 15 to 20 years. 2 years is
The
nothing.
markets adapt, they change. Over years they change. So you gotta look at the
Yeah,
current
that's why.
market, the last the market that was 10 years ago and a market that's in 2025 is completely two different things.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the reason you want to capture all the market data is because you want to
It would be
capture.
irrelevant.
No, it
And
would not.
gold 5 years ago and gold right now, there's a big difference. I trade gold.
Okay, but hold up. But Ghost, you do know that all the firms that do back testing, they back test for multiple years, like multiple
I
decades.
use trading view in it. So my strategy, it wouldn't make more sense if I backtest more than the last 4 years, 5 years.
Why not? Why not back test it for 10, 20 years just
It's
to be
different.
100%?
Times back then is different compared to right now.
What's different about it?
Everything's changed.
That doesn't tell me what's different.
How the market moves now to how the market used to move before. Before
Uh,
the
Based
market
on
used to,
what?
based on what's happening around the world, gold right now could move in a day $100, $150, $200 in a day, up or down. Back in the days, this never used to happen. It used to maybe go up $100, $10 in a day, $10
I
down.
know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, Ghost. That was yeah. That gold experienced the most volatility I've ever experienced, like the past like month or so. I think. Yeah,
This
this
guy
year.
even said 10 to 20 years backtest is usually for real firms, not like these prop firms. Like it's obviously I do it for home for a living. Like I can show you right now. Look, I don't know. Let me.
Hey,
Can I even
Ghost,
put my video on
Ghost,
this?
Ghost,
Yeah.
Ghost. I don't. I'm just simply asking you, how do you know that what you're doing is not gambling? Because all you've said so far is that you did like a 2 year back test, which is not considered enough time to be a legitimate back test.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like, and the reason that I'm telling you this is so that you can kind of come to the realization that what you've been doing so far is getting, like, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even saying
Yeah.
for you to stop, but
Uh-huh.
it unless you do have a statistically significant strategy,
Yeah.
you're going to end up experiencing the law of large numbers. Do you know what the law of large numbers is, or no?
No.
Okay, so
Tell me about.
basically, all the law of large numbers is saying the more times you repeat something,
Uh-huh.
the more likely you're to get to the true value of that like behavior. So, for example, let's say gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
The return. Do you know what the return on blackjack for every dollar is about 99 cents? So, if you're to play blackjack, let's say 10,000 times, you would expect to end up with 99 cents. You know.
Yeah.
But early on, you may experience being up. So you may be experiencing being up, let's say 10 or 20 or $50. But
Mm-hmm.
if you keep doing it, you're going to end up experiencing what the expected value is. So the reason I asked you this is right now you may be experiencing positive variance, meaning you're getting lucky, it's moving in your direction, and everything. But if you keep repeatedly doing something without there being an advantage to you, all you're going to end up doing is just ending up where the expected value is, which a lot of the time for most strategies it's negative. So that's why I'm asking you this, because if you don't have that information, you don't really know.
Do you think for the last 6 months I've just been getting lucky?
Yeah, that's absolutely possible. Yeah, I can give you an example. There was this one hedge fund. It was called Long-Term Capital Management. I'm not sure if you heard of it or not, but this was a hedge fund. It existed for, I believe, about 4 years, and it
Yeah.
was created by some of the most talented people on Wall Street. A lot of them were PhDs. And he created this firm. This firm did amazing. For 3 years, it beat the stock market. It was doing amazing. And in the fourth year, and they had a mathematically proven strategy too on top of it. But in the fourth year, something went wrong. The math broke down, and the entire firm blew up, and they lost $4 billion. So if it could happen to like a group of people like that, and how do you know that this isn't something that might happen to you? Not saying that you're going to blow up and lose everything, but just something to kind of keep in mind that like these things aren't forever. Like you could see a lot of success even for
Uh-huh.
a year or a few years, but that doesn't like guarantee anything. Does that?
Look,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, it doesn't let me put on my video. I was gonna show you something. But anyway,
Yeah.
the strategies they use is different compared to what I use. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, that is true.
Has their own strategy. Firms have their own strategy. Firms they trade completely differently to a retail trader. I'm a retail trader.
Yeah, but they trade the same things. You're still
It's
competing
really the
with
same
those
thing, but
firms.
they all have different strategy.
Yeah, but you're competing
What
with
you
those
do with
firms.
strategy, you backtest it for the last how many years compared to what you want. You get all the data, and then obviously I mostly also do testing live in the market. So I don't always do the backtesting. I always do live in the market because every day you wanna check out what's happening in the market. You wanna see if the strategy is working, and I test out my strategy Monday to Friday every single day, and literally 4 or 5 times out of the 3 4 days, it's always every single day I see trades and they hit up, and I will take a picture before it and I'll post it afterwards in my Telegram, private Telegram. I don't have
Do
all
you
these.
sell it, or is it
No, no,
just
no,
like
no, no.
with your friends?
Just for myself, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay.
Like just my friends, and like we share with each other, and that's how we make living. All of us in the group, we make livings just sharing setups together.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, look, if it works for you, I guess it works for you. Only thing I would, I guess, say is just make sure that what you're doing is
Yeah, I
statistically
understand.
significant, because otherwise it's just gambling in a way, because you don't know if what you're doing is
But don't you
profitable or
think
not.
everything in life is literally gambling? Like opening a business,
No.
the chances of succeeding for a business is 25%.
Not exactly, because we're talking about finance and trading. Because there's trading strategies that I know for a fact that hedge funds and those people use that have like a guaranteed, like you're guaranteed to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's not everything is a guarantee, but you want to make sure that when you're trading, you have a strategy that is close to guaranteed, which is of course very basically virtually impossible for most people. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But with you, I understand. The image what all of these traders give online, it's not how it is. Trading is a lot different to how it is in general. Like a lot of people don't say the truth about it. It's not as easy as people think. It's a very, very difficult job. And all this stuff you see online, the glamorous Lamborghini, Ferraris that people make for all this, it's all mostly all for just to get them to people, for them to buy people
right, exactly.
courses and
Yeah,
signal groups and all that nonsense shit. Real traders, they're not out there. They're hidden. They make money. If someone like can make it work, if someone has got good strategy, good discipline, good risk management, they can make it work. Anything can be made work if you use it appropriately and use proper risk.
I mean, I guess yeah, if your I'll caveat that if your numbers are correct, then yeah, you would make a lot of money. But
It's all a game of
anyway,
probabilities.
yes, I agree with you, and
Look
I
after
guess
yourself, man.
yeah, look after yourself too,
It was
Ghost.
nice chatting to you, bro. Take care,
Nice
man.
chatting to you too, and hey, and I hope hope you are successful. Just kind of do be mindful
Of
that
course.
yeah, like yeah,
I appreciate
make
it.
sure you don't lose everything. But anyway,
Nah,
appreciate it,
that's all
Ghost.
right,
Take
man.
care.
Thank you. Take care.
Appreciate it. Well, yeah, man. If you guys got a strategy that works, do it. But at least be able to know for a fact if it's gonna, you know, work or not. But anyway, nice conversation. See if Victor can join. Hey, Victor, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
Can you... I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to
How
say
old are you?
something about Can you hear me?
Seriously again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How
Can you
old are
hear
you?
me? I'm 21.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say something based on what you said about
Hmm.
trading courses as
Yeah.
scam, day trading is a scam, and college is not a scam. The first one you said about trading courses is a scam is, and it's true. I accept that one. Most people that come into to sell courses, they just wanted to they're just living fake life, and they want you
Right.
to buy a course because that's
Hmm.
what's gonna make them the money.
Right.
So
Okay.
trading courses, they are scams. I accept that one. Day trading is a scam. I do not accept that one.
Okay.
Day trading is not a scam because it actually works. If it
That.
doesn't
Okay.
work, then I'll say it's a scam.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
day trading is not a scam because it actually works. The only thing is that how sure are you that you're going to put your whole life day trading when it's a probability? Everything in the market is against you. Your account you're using to trade spread is already against you. The fact that you don't even know where the market is going to go today, You don't know about that. You do
Okay.
not know any single thing. Like everything
Okay.
is
So are you saying?
literally against you. Like
So
I mean,
okay,
everything's
wait, Victor. So you're arguing against
yeah.
day trading because you can't predict the markets and it's all against you?
No, I'm not saying
Okay.
that I'm against day trading. What I'm trying to say is that you
Mhm,
cannot put your whole life
mhm.
on day trading because it's a risky journey. Imagine if you are
Okay,
living in a house now
but
and you know
Victor,
you have to pay rent. Yeah,
yeah, but Victor, if you have a strategy that works, why wouldn't you just do that? I mean, seems like just a question of having a strategy that works.
Um, if you have a strategy that works,
Hmm.
it can work today, it can work tomorrow, but I'm telling you, the next week it may not work for even a month. So it's not something that I'll tell you that you should carry your
Okay.
whole life and put on. Do you
Okay. All right.
understand?
Yeah, I agree with you there, actually. Yeah, I agree with you. I just, okay. So then your argument against it being a scam is that, there's people who've made money off of it. Like, there's ways
Yeah,
of making it work. Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll say
yeah.
this.
People,
You're right, Victor. You're 100% right for like 1% of people. Yeah, for like 1% of people, yeah, you would be correct. But for the overwhelming majority of people, like they don't have that knowledge. They don't have those, they don't have the necessary formulas and information and like skills actually needed to do that. Like most of them, they don't. But I get what you're saying. Yes, if your numbers are correct, you have a strategy that's proven to work, then yeah, absolutely, it will work for you. That's not, yeah, I would not consider that to be a scam. But I don't think I would even consider that to be day trading at that point.
yeah.
Because
And
you
for
do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you can say what you wanted to say. Say
Oh
what you
yeah, I
want to
was gonna
say.
say like you do recognize like there's a difference between different types of trading, right?
Yeah. Okay. Day trading, like you can never be profitable every day. That's impossible. You are
Right.
going to lose money every day. You are going to lose money some days. You are going to make money some days, and everything in trading is literally against you. I'm telling you facts. I have
Yeah, I know. I
traded.
agree with you.
I've I've lost a lot of money. So I'm going to tell you that it's better you have your money in your hand, cash, than to carry it and put into trading. Except you know that you have a certainty that something will come
Perfect.
out, which is very,
We
very
agree.
rare.
We agree. Okay, okay, yeah, perfect, Victor. Yeah, so I think we actually agree. Yeah, I'm not saying like everyone who does day trading is going to lose money or they're all getting scammed. No, there's 100% people who will make money because they have strategies that work, and that's very rare. And I agree with you, Victor. Yeah, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I absolutely agree with you.
Okay. Then on college
Hmm.
not being a scam,
Yeah.
college is not a scam based on what you are studying.
Based on
If
the
you are
fact,
studying
or oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh,
or
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
based on what
Hmm.
based on what you are studying, college is not a scam. Because you cannot tell me now you're going to go and study agriculture from college and you're taking loans for 4 years to study agriculture that you can learn on your own. You're going to college to learn agriculture. Are you not stupid?
Okay, but hold up,
Okay,
Victor. There's certain things in what do you mean by agriculture? Like agricultural engineering?
like let's say normal agriculture, like fishery, like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
uh
Yeah, like okay. Or what country are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Nigeria.
Do you live in Nigeria currently?
Yeah, I live in Nigeria currently.
Oh, okay. Because where I live in the United States, our degrees are a little different. I don't believe they offer an agriculture degree. I believe they offer like a agricultural engineering degree. So I don't know what it's like for Nigeria. Let me also say that. So if it's different in
Okay.
Nigeria, that's I
Yeah,
don't know what it, yeah. I don't know what to
yeah,
say for them.
I think it may be different. Like I think it's based on what you are studying. If you are
Yeah.
studying a professional course like medicine,
Hmm.
engineering, you
Yeah.
understand? That is something that you can learn from schools.
Yeah.
College is not a scam based on those
Mhm.
courses. But you want to study something like marketing. You going to school, going to go
Okay.
and study marketing in school. That is very stupid.
Well,
That's dumb
well, I mean,
because you
okay.
need real experience.
Yeah, but you
You
can't
need
get
real
that. Yeah, a
experience.
lot of people can't get that experience without the degree.
You cannot
But
get that experience from college. You
hmm,
cannot. You cannot. You
again,
need
I
to
don't know about
actually go.
Nigeria, but well, again, here's yeah, but here's the part where I'm not gonna be able to like understand because I don't know what it's like in Nigeria, but in the United States, it's a lot harder for you to get like specialized jobs like marketing or things like that without a college degree. Again, I don't know what it's like in
Oh,
Nigeria. People can just go out and get a marketing job but in America, you would probably need a degree.
Wow, I didn't know about that, but I'm talking based on where I am, like
I got
based
you.
on my
Yeah,
yeah. So to me,
and
I feel as if it's depending on what you are studying. If you are studying something that you need, like for instance, do you need education to do you need college degree to play football, to like
no,
be in
okay,
football?
yeah, but Victor, only thing I was gonna say is because I don't think we necessarily disagree. I just want to move on to the next person. There's like a lot of people
Okay,
requesting. Yeah, but I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining, Victor. And
okay,
then at the same time, like I can't speak for Nigeria, unfortunately. I only live in the United States.
okay. Thanks.
Yeah, but I appreciate you for joining, Victor.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna follow you now.
thank you. Appreciate it. We're on to the next person. Yeah, sorry guys, got to keep it moving. But and then there's things I'm not going to be aware of. Um, you, Scotty.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
That
Good live so
Showtime
far.
trades. I
Yeah,
don't know who's in the. Oh yeah, I was gonna
he's in
say this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Showtime, how old are you?
28.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Do you want to go? Do you want to let the other guy go first?
Oh no, he's not. He doesn't disagree. He's kind of I guess my de facto mod. He joins in and out.
Gotcha.
Moderator.
So personally, I'd say trading courses, it's kind of a 50-50. It really depends on how it's formulated and who it's geared towards and who's actually making it based on experience and data. So that one, it could be perceived as one, right? It really comes down to the information that's being provided and how it's taught and applied. Um,
Are you talking about a trading course that teaches you a strategy?
So trading courses that teach you strategies, the reason why I'm saying it's somewhat of a 50-50 is because there are ones that are legitimate, that are data driven, that have, some kind of positive expectancy when you are trying to teach that strategy. But there are other strategies that, may not have data behind them to indicate that they have any kind of profitability. Or they're coming from someone who just started trading, right? So then,
Yeah, but Showtime, here's my question to you
yeah.
then. Even if there's let's say there's expectancy, it's a positive expected value, wouldn't alpha decay just destroy all that value once it's public?
Not necessarily, because markets are ever changing and there's a lot of different ways to adapt. Something that I tell a lot of people, especially with, learning a concept, right, is you want to be able to apply those concepts under changing market conditions, and the market is ever changing, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that strategy will be good forever, right? It needs to adapt to the conditions, right?
But how would you know that it's possible to adapt a strategy?
Through continual trial and error. So that's why I'm saying, like, certain trading courses that come out and say, oh, like, if you learn like XYZ, you'll be profitable. Like, those I disagree with. Whereas there are other strategies where you can adapt the way that you approach the market, right? And find your A+ setup within a certain, time frame, or you have confluences that I believe is valid, right? With enough data behind it. So like the way
when you say but when you say confluences, that's just, effect like leverage without debt.
No. So confluences in this instance.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant convexity. I thought you meant convexity.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like confluence for me as a trader, I look for things that, sometimes a majority will say that technical analysis, things like that, that's self-fulfilling prophecy, it's astrology for men. In a way, yes, I would say that is true. But there are other things that drive markets, right? So I
call technical analysis Jurassic Park. You can draw velociraptors and Stegosaurus Rex to your charts all day. You're not going to know what happens next.
Yeah. So, I mean, so technical analysis, I tell people it gives you a probability, not a certainty. And the only way that you can use technical analysis to your advantage, along with macro news that actually moves the market, is to position your risk and your initial entry position, right? Nobody knows what comes next, not even the next 30 seconds. All you can do is place your position in a way that doesn't expose you to too much risk to the reward that you are seeing, right? So day trading is a scam. Not necessarily, right? So I've been trading, just to give some context, I've been trading for basically 9 years with 6 years of profitability with thousands of trades of data that indicate that I can call myself profitable over those last 6 years of the 9 that I've been trading.
And do you know what your like beta and alpha are?
Right now, I'm still working through this year's numbers, right? My alpha right now, I am trying to improve my Sharpe ratio, compared to the S&P 500. It has been good. I have exceeded the S&P 500 the last 6 years, as a benchmark. Like this year has not been as clean for me, right? There's been a lot of whiplash in the market overall. So I've been having to kind of pivot my strategy a little bit more. So for context, I'm a short options trader. So I typically will sell a lot of theta into a market. And actually this environment's really great for that. So over the course of the last 3 months, it's actually been quite good for me. But I've kind of noticed like the market environment's not as good for swing trades right now. So it's good to pivot away from that. Where day trading is a scam, where one would say, yes, it could be perceived as one, is that there are indeed lots of scams out there.
No, but apart from that,
Yeah.
Could you
Wait,
elaborate? Well,
Wait,
actually,
sure,
Tiki, if
go
you want to take it, but I just after
Yeah, sure.
Tiki talks, if you could maybe elaborate on what you mean by selling theta into the market.
So
I know
selling
what he
theta,
means.
yeah. So selling theta in the market for me is looking at high rate. Basically, the markets move in waves, more or less. And and for my style of trading is I look for expansion and implied volatility, and all
No, don't do
expansion and
this.
implied
Please don't do
volatility is greater price range on any given asset. And what I like to do is I like to sell options where implied volatility is highest,
the high
and then
implied
play the regression.
higher than
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. You would sell options when implied volatility is at its highest, meaning that it's going to revert back to kind of the historical average. And those options that you're selling for, because implied volatility is so high, will generally sell for a bigger premium, and
Yeah.
you can just basically
That's
just
yeah.
profit
No,
off of like
I understand
degenerate
that, but
gambling.
I just don't understand how you're like. I mean, maybe your technical analysis gives you an edge, which I also wouldn't see how that's possible. But obviously, simply quote unquote selling theta into the market doesn't. It's not like an actual strategy.
Yeah, so selling theta itself is not an actual. I mean, it's a way to approach the market, but I wouldn't call it like if you just sell theta, you'll make money. There are conditions, right, where it's optimal to do so. So I'm not just blindly selling, week to week. I'm looking for either particular fundamentals for a company that I am looking to, trade
Yeah, I can hear
against,
you.
or if there's macro news that moves a market one way or another, then I will attempt to find, where do I have the highest probability of profit within, the certain risks that I'm taking.
So you're trading based on fundamentals, then?
For some of my trades, yes. And the reason for that is because if I'm trading on fundamentals, right, if the trade doesn't go in my direction in the short term, if I'm trading on fundamentals, typically from what I've seen and what I've kind of consumed over the last, almost decade is, a market that is fundamentally sound is one that will find its true value over time. So, you have all kinds of stocks that
true value.
yeah. So that's kind of
Show
my
them.
approach
How
to
would you?
market, because
I just
technical
don't.
analysis is
Wait,
It
show
the
them.
seems
end all
like
be all.
you're, but it seems like
Wait,
you're
show.
like essentially a volatility trader at that point, and I'm not sure how you could trade volatility based on previous fundamentals.
Well, in the short term
Also,
volatility, right?
short time.
Volatility
Wait, can I ask
spikes
you one thing?
tend to
Wait, short
regress.
time.
Wait, let
Short
host
time.
go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Wait,
Yeah.
short time. How do you know what the you said it'll return to like the fair price or like whatever the price should be for
hmm
a market? How do you know what price that is? How would you confirm that?
So, like, if I'm looking at a stock's fundamentals, underlying fundamentals, right? If a company, they have great cash flow, they have great revenue, they have great net margins, there are fundamentals on a company that I look at within given sectors, of course. Different sectors have different metrics. I'm looking at, is this company growing? Do they have good cash flow? Do they have a healthy balance sheet? And then I look at what's the current value now and what is the market looking to project that value. Obviously, right? I can't say for sure, a year from now, 2 years from now, that this company will be higher, but I can at least give myself a decent idea that if this company has good underlying
That doesn't tell me
metrics,
if that
yeah,
doesn't tell me if
Yeah,
the
like I
price is
just
right or wrong. Yeah, you're just
I'm
saying
not like
that.
just looking at a
Yeah.
cash flow statement tells you nothing about whether the implied volatility of company's
Yeah.
public stock is going to go down, right? Because like if it's a company that has like seriously
Are you?
like volatile
All right, yeah, I'll give you a great
variables,
I'll give you a
hmm
great example. Actually, I know a really good example.
yeah,
Are you familiar with the company Chegg?
yes, I am. They're
Right.
almost bankrupt.
Yeah, but they have amazing cash flows. They have really strong fundamentals, but they're almost bankrupt.
Well, there's also another thing called market sentiment, right? So like a company can
Yeah,
have
but
great fun.
well,
So
yeah,
there's
I
there's
know,
more
but
factors than just the underlying metrics in that
yeah,
particular example. I mean, like look at Duolingo,
I
look
get
at
what. Hold
Adobe.
up, but okay,
You know,
Showtime. I get that, but the problem that I'm having with what you're saying is you're making the argument that somehow you can tell if it's the right price, and we're just asking you like, how would you be able to tell that it's the right price? Because that would mean that you have an edge. If you can tell what the right price is, all it would take is you to look at the price, say, oh, that's wrong. Let me short it, or let me, you know, do a call option, and you would be a billionaire basically.
yes, that's. I mean, I'm not saying that that is, you know, you can have all these things that tell you that something could be cheap, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to move in that direction, right? The market will also have to move with millions of other people that think that same kind of way, right? Where
but
where
I'm just so confused.
yeah.
Like you're like you look at a company's 10K and you're like, okay, they are solid in terms of their past 3 years of cash flow. It doesn't really say anything about what the next quarter is going to be like, just specifically. And it also doesn't say anything about where the implied volatility of their public stock is going to go. So that's why I'm like trying to bridge the gap between you saying I'm selling theta into the market. And I understand what you mean by that, but I don't understand how you're even having an edge in doing so if you're just basing it off like a cash flow statement.
So that
Or
would
even
be much higher than it has been
Right.
previously, then that indicates to me that that might be an
Is it
opportunity. And then I look for other, you know, areas of support for that thesis, right?
but you understand how that's not like a strategy just saying, oh, it's really high right now, so it's going to go back down.
or do you sell anything if you don't mind me asking?
Do I sell anything? So right now I
Do you have
am
affiliates or?
no, so I don't. So I don't currently have any affiliates, but I do. I kind of, I kind of preach on my platform in particular that anyone can learn how to invest and learn how to trade for
No, that's
free.
not what I asked
Yeah,
you. But Showtime asked if you were selling anything. I didn't.
yeah. So I currently have a Discord group where I do attempt to teach people how to understand different elements of the market. Yes,
But okay, but what do you? How much are you selling? How much are you selling that for?
$40
To teach them what?
to teach. You know, if you don't know what options are, I could teach you the, you know, the mechanics of options. If you're new to investing, I have a fundamental sheet that kind of goes over like what things to look for, right? Just basic stuff.
All right, so I guess that's like trading, teaching people how to trade or anything. It's not a trade course. It seems like it's just a finance 101 course, or like options, or you know, fundamentals 101.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's not even really. Yeah, I guess it's not even a day course. So then, what? Okay, so then, but here's one of the things I guess I have an issue with what you said earlier. Why would you say that it's a 50-50 on trading courses being a scam?
I say it's a 50-50 because some people just teach you things that don't have any data behind them.
Oh, okay. But even if it has data behind it, wouldn't alpha decay just destroy that strategy?
Over time, yes.
Like
Unless the
immediately?
strategy is adapted to a particular market condition or it's modified in a
Then that
way
wouldn't be
that
that. Then
becomes
that wouldn't work. But then that wouldn't be the strategy that they're teaching you. You don't know how it's modified. You're just saying like, oh, there's a strategy out there, alpha decay stops working. just change it. But how would you know how to change it to be profitable again?
Well, that comes with continuous trial and error and identifying what market condition you're trading in.
Yeah, but there's no evidence. You have no evidence that that would work. You're just hopeful that it would work at that point.
To an extent, that is true. So
Yeah. Okay. So and for $40 and it's like a seminar, like what is it exactly?
So it's
Like
basically just an open group of me and a whole bunch of other traders. I have myself and a couple of analysts that trade different styles than I do because I only trade really one way. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just get people who are interested in the space and try to have them avoid early on mistakes. Like, if you're brand new to options, buying far out of the money, 0 DTE calls or puts, you're basically throwing away money. So like situations like that, like I want people to avoid early beginner mistakes. Or like if you're forming a portfolio, especially if you're really young, an investment portfolio, I'm of the philosophy that you don't want to be trading things like yield max funds, right? Or trade things that pay a dividend every month because you really don't need those things when you're young. You're looking for total return, that's good risk adjusted return with not as much tax drag, things like that. I would say I'm more geared towards, beginners avoiding easy mistakes, right? Obviously, you can go online and you can search for the information for like, oh, what should I not do? But obviously, people don't do that, right? I tell people all the time, you can learn all this stuff for free. That's totally,
Okay, so
something you can do.
they're just paying to hear it from you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Because my idea is if I can compile as much of that information as possible at one place, it's easy for
I
them
get what
to
you're
say-
saying.
to see.
Yeah, this wouldn't be this wouldn't be a trading course even at all. This would just be like a 101 fundamentals.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
And then
I get
the last point that you have on here, college is not a scam. I don't think college is a scam. I actually tell people you'll have higher probability of having a nice portfolio over time, good
you don't
compounding
disagree.
interest if you go to college, but with a caveat, you need to have a plan. You have to have focus from point A to point B, from the beginning of your college career to the end of it, right? I have an electrical engineering degree and
Nice.
very numbers driven. And I was looking at like, before I even applied to college, what are the possible outcomes with each of the majors that I would be interested in?
Gotcha.
Obviously, some people will just go to college, no plan, and then by the end of it, they're like, "Well, shit, I'm $40,000 in debt, and I have no idea what the hell I want to do." Then you could say college is a scam for them because they just paid a bunch of debt for a degree that has no value, or they didn't have any experience in college that gives them any value in a job market.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
I definitely think college is not a scam. Because I went to college, I get paid a shitload of money now. I don't think I would have the job that I have now with the degree that I have. And obviously, there's a lot of luck. There's luck involved with that.
But it's much less. It's much less.
Yeah.
Than a college degree. Well, at least what you're selling isn't bullshit, and it's $40.
Well, I think I'm trying to make it as
Simple as possible.
as simple and as visible and as transparent as possible. Like if I'm taking trades, I try to break it down and I post it, and I'm still fairly young in my trading career, I would say, and there's definitely more things I can learn, and that's how I'm viewing it, right? So,
All right, gotcha. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining Showtime Trades. Scotty, do you want to say anything? Because it seems like it's pretty all right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm probably gonna just not say anything.
Okay. Thank you for joining Showtimes.
thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Nice talking to someone who isn't a scammer. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go on to the next guest then. Thank you for joining Showtime. Should I day trade or no? You can day trade. Just be aware of the odds. That's the best thing I could tell you. Just be aware of the odds, but you can day trade. Who's the next person? Tetsu? Tetsu? Hello,
Yo,
Tetsu.
hello.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I don't have any problem with the daily trading course as a scam
Yeah.
or call it is not a scam. I probably agree on that.
Mhm.
But for me to say that day trading is a scam,
Oh, you cut out. Oh, come back. No. They got him, boys. They got him. The Matrix got to my got to Tedas. No, the Matrix getting him, guys. Drop a follow to save Tetsus from the Matrix. No, I'm not doing anything, guys. I'm not doing anything. It's all him, unfortunately. Hopefully his Wi-Fi. You back?
okay,
Yeah. Oh no, they got him again. They got him again. No, they zapped him. They hit him. They hit him with the Matrix beam. You back?
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, so why do you say like day trading is a scam?
Because most people who don't have a strategy, you're going to talk about like 99% of people have no strategy. They're either going to lose money or if anything they win, it's purely just going to be by chance. Is that
Okay, but
Hmm?
a high
I mean,
risky
you can
thing,
make
you
not
cannot
high
say that
risk.
the high risky thing is a scam.
No, not even high risk. Like you have a negative expected value. Like you're expected to lose money. That's not the same thing as high risk. Like gambling, would you say gambling is, sure, I mean, yes, you could say that too, but gambling, you're going to lose money, right? Would you say gambling is not a
Because
scam or
like gambling is absolutely a scam, of course. But
okay?
trading, but if you do trade like you're gambling, of course it's a scam. But if you do trading with data behind it, back it up with data, I think it's not. Like there's an
Okay.
actual prop firms. I'm sorry, not prop firm. Like there's an actual hedge fund traders out there, like Jane
Yeah, I'm not.
Street.
Yeah, they
Like
don't
they
day
have
trade.
day
Yeah,
trader inside of them.
they don't day trade though. That's not day trading. That would
It's
be high frequency
they do not
trading
call
or
it
quant
day
trading.
trade, but it's short term trading.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
that would
do
be
sell
that would be.
stocks. Like they
I
do
know what you're
buy
talking
stock and
about.
sell stocks.
That's high frequency trading. Yeah, that's yeah, HFT.
No, there's an actual trading that
What?
Also,
there's an actual
PSA,
people that
everyone should be liking the live. I feel like there's a lot of education to ascertain from these debates.
Oh,
So
these people are about to start getting upset in the comments. But yeah,
get
Tetsus.
it
Look,
pushed out.
yeah. Can I wait, Tetsus? Can I add something? When I say day trading, I'm not talking about like institutions and quant because what you're describing is like quant trading, which is very different.
yeah, but
Sure.
you state that day trading is a scam, so like it's very
Yeah.
subjective, you know.
I mean, not really. I mean, if you're okay, hold up. Is gambling subjectively a scam or objectively a scam?
Well, it depends. If you like everything is a gamble. If you open a business, like you
That's
don't
not
know
what I
what you're
asked you
doing
though.
and you just
I'm
open,
saying going to a casino. I'm not talking about anything else. Is going to a casino
or if you're going to
objectively or
casino, that
subjectively?
of course it's a scam.
Right. So how can you prove that the people who are day trading aren't just gambling? Because most of them don't even remotely have a strategy at all, or strategies
Well,
that
if you
they
don't
have,
have a
they're not
strategy,
real strategies.
well, if you do buy some things that you don't know
Uh-huh.
and you're just gonna buy it itself, like it's of course it's gambling. But if you
Right.
know what you're
Exactly.
doing and you
Yeah.
get data,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I just
Okay,
don't get the
but
point why you said that day trading is a scam. But
because most people are literally just using day trading as a justifying like a way to justify their gambling addiction. That's just what it comes down to. It's just to feed their gambling addiction because they don't know what they're doing. And by most people, I mean like it'll be like 99% of day traders lose money. So yeah, it'll be at least 90 to 99%. They've done studies on this. Like this isn't it's the yeah. And look, are you just making the argument that if you had the data, that you had like the formula for it, whatever it is, like the math, the information that you could beat the market, or you could do day trading and or trading and be successful?
I'm in the market for like 3 years. I'm sorry. First of all, I'm not like that fluent on English because
Oh, no worries. It's
I
okay.
don't really speak English. I'm sorry.
No worries. It's okay. It's okay, Tetsu. I'm just curious because here's the thing: if you don't distinguish different types of trading, it doesn't make as much sense. But if you distinguish it, it kind of makes a lot more sense. Does that? Oh, Tetsu? No, no. They got Tetsu again. I wonder where he's from. Tetsu, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking, it seems like
Bro, I'm from Indonesia, bro. Like it's lagging so hard like here.
in where? Sorry.
Hello?
Oh, Indonesia. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move on to the next person. I'm sorry, man. You keep cutting in and out. I'm trying to have it, but it seems like like a disconnect and like too much of a disconnect in the Wi-Fi.
Wait, host, do you want to let Thomas in?
Sure. I'll let Thomas. I'm not sure, but is Thomas here? I'll let Thomas in. I just don't know where Thomas is. Where is Thomas?
Someone in the comments said, or Thomas in the comments said, let me in, bro. Also, if Olkey's requesting, I saw a comment of his. I don't know if it's the same person, but on this like finance influencers
But yeah.
TikTok and cooked them. Props to you, Olkey.
Oh, well, I don't see Olkey, unfortunately. I don't see Thomas. It's not showing up for me. I'm looking through the list. I'm just gonna go to the next person. I'm gonna go to Goomba Freedom, and then hopefully maybe they'll join. Hello, Goomba.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey, how old are you?
28.
Go ahead.
As for the first one, trading courses being a scam, I could definitely agree there. Like you said, a lot of people don't have their own strategy and they're just gonna throw it out there just to make money. Even big names like ICT have came out and said their strategy doesn't work anymore because the algo's changed. So I do agree there. I don't think you should sell a course. I mean, maybe you should charge for a one-on-one if you have, the credentials for it. But, I liked what the other dude was doing when he said he was just doing like finance 101.
Yeah, it's not a trading course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that.
For-
Just finance information.
Yeah, 100%. As for college, definitely not a scam. That's all perspective. Like if you're just going to go to college just to party and, get a basic finance degree that you probably won't use because you didn't really even want to do that, sure. To whoever said the algo didn't change, I never said that. I'm just saying what actual people that, sell courses say. So me personally, I do day trade. I've made 34K within the year. I only invested 8K, so technically net green. But even so, I'd still say I'm kind of gambling. I do have a 80% win rate, but you know what I mean? It's stuff does change. You can't always guarantee it, but that's where the mental side comes in because you don't have to trade every day.
At least you recognize that it's gambling. That's how much I can. Or it's gambling to some extent. At least you recognize that much. That's yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
But like it's the same thing. Like the casino, like you said, 100% gamble. But if you're counting cards with a mathematical skill, that's going to give you the edge.
Gambling.
It's,
that's
yeah,
not
that's the
gambling
edge,
anymore. Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of working on. When I trade, I go off of it's support and resistance off liquidity levels. So it's actually, there's data to present what you're going, like what you're looking for.
Isn't that like ICT, if I'm not mistaken?
It could be. I don't really watch ICT. I don't like to say, like, I didn't make it up. I'm just going off what I see, pattern recognition.
Yeah, I got you there.
But
Okay.
yeah, good videos. I support it.
Appreciate it.
Just keep going.
I mean, thank you for joining, Goomba.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, hey, at least if as long as you're self-aware, that's it. You know what? As long as you're self-aware, do whatever you want, man. And as long as you're not scamming or you're self-aware, go for it. And good luck.
Yep. Peace.
Yeah, peace. Appreciate it. We'll go on to JC the One. JC the One. Don't see like what was that guy's name? He said like Oleg or something. Hey JC,
How you going?
how old are you?
I'm under 18. Is that all good?
No.
Oh, sorry, bro.
No, it's alright. Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, TikTok TOS, you cannot be under 18 on live, unfortunately. Cameron Shavali. Hey, Cameron, how old are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
19, about to turn 20.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So, just a quick background about me. I am a senior DevSecOps engineer. I used to be a security engineer and a software engineer. I am currently a founding engineer at Lovable. I don't know if you know the company or not.
Lovable?
Yep. So,
Okay.
let me just. So, trading courses are a scam. That depends on the credibility on who's posting the courses. So let's say, I'm not so like educated on like day trading and so on. So I'm not gonna say too
Okay.
much, but I'm just gonna say based on what I know in like a financial sect or just common sense. So let's say someone like a big investor, like Mark, what's his name? Mark,
Cuban?
yeah, I think that's his name. The old guy with like white hair. The one he made like 200, no, like $200 million
Oh, Michael
of like
Burry?
one investment.
Michael Burry? Or
Sorry?
Michael Burry?
Yeah, I think that's his name. So if he was to
Is
post
it
like
a
a whole
doctor?
investment course on what he'd look for in a company, and he was charging, let's say, $100,000, I mean,
Yeah.
I would
But he
probably
would.
purchase it because he has the right credibility.
Or,
And
but Cameron.
hmm
Okay, but do you understand that what he's posting, if what he was posting was gonna work, he would do it himself and he would make a lot more than $100,000.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
maybe he just wants to do something for the youth. I mean, you never know what the person's intentions
Yeah.
or so on. Like some
But even if
maybe
that was his intentions, Cameron, like, and he shared that to a bunch of people, like, all those people would expect it to not work.
Yeah.
Like, it most likely wouldn't because it's crowded.
It would just be a rush to just, it'd be a rush. Like the first people to do the strategy would make money, but then it would start to slowly wane, and then eventually, like, it's just gonna not work anymore because of alpha decay. Everyone would just switch.
I understand. I mean, I would just say maybe it depends on the person's credibility.
I see what you're saying too. It's just because the issue is like, irregardless of the person's credibility, any strategy that they try to teach you, it's either A, not a real strategy, or B, if it's a real strategy that works, it stops working because everyone does the same thing. If I told you, hey, you just have to go out and buy this company's stock, um, or like do this thing, this trade. If this company's stock is under $10, it's guaranteed to go to 11, 100% of the time. Let's just say it's never going to go back down 10, right? Everyone's going to buy in at 10, wait for it to go to 11. No one's going to, it's never going to go back down 10 because the second it does, it's just going to get bought up right away.
But
Is that
what if it wasn't? What if the information that was being sold wasn't something like that? What if it was looking at indexes on what you should do for
anything
a
can be
company?
automated nowadays? Anything, literally anything, any strategy imaginable can be automated. And you don't have to have like everyone do it. All you need is like a few people that do it that make a lot of money. You can, if you had a strategy that works, even if you make, say, you know, like 10, let's say you make 13% alpha or whatever the case is, or you have a guaranteed thing, you just go and you would take out as much debt as possible and you would keep repeating your strategy until you're a millionaire, billionaire, or it stopped working. And even then, you'd probably just retire at that point or try to find another strategy.
Okay. And
Yeah.
for the day trading one, I mean, my answer is going to be kind of opinionated based on my neighbor. So
Yeah.
I live in Sweden. So one of my neighbors he's like filthy rich. He has a McLaren and so on. But he doesn't do day trading. He does like he builds programs. So
He's legit.
he
Yeah,
will
sounds like he's
purchase
legit.
like, let's say he will grab like 100 investors and then to purchase these large data subsets from these companies of these live trades, and then he'll parse them, quantize the data, and then use machine learning models to, let's say, even if it's a small percentage. So where, let's say, if it decreases by, this is just from what he's told me, and from some previous work. So if it decreases by 15%, but we know in this certain market, if it decreases by 15%, and then we convert that into a 3D graph, okay, when this certain subset of the market decreases by 15, it's going to increase by 50 based on what.
Stop spamming the chat. Like, I don't understand what's with Nam. But Nan, like this is not a place for people to like preach random shit about like. Sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like using maths a long amount of years of data that's like very expensive, which they've able to afford from investors. So, but that's very opinionated because that's like the only guy that
No, but it's
you know.
not. See, but, no, hold up. And Oleg, he's not talking about him for himself. He's talking about his neighbor, right? Right, his neighbors or someone he learned, or I guess his neighbor or his friend. But yeah, like, see, what you're describing is being, I think, like a quant developer or some sort of like something related to quant, which wouldn't technically be counted as day trading. It would just be counted as being quant, which that's nowhere near a scam. That stuff's 100% legit.
Because
The part that
because when I was 16, I was working for 3 years at a Fortune 500 company, but mine was just making systems more efficient with C++. I wasn't really into like the trading part. It was just more about catching anomalies. So
gotcha.
if let's say we're running 15 terabytes of this certain market that's being parsed into a JSON format, but okay, it's putting a huge CPU load. I'm making sure it's more efficient and so on and so on. But when I'm like having access and I'm looking at the screens, like, okay, they're making like 2% profit, but holy shit, they're making like 500 million from this shit. Like these guys are crazy. So
Yeah, like if you have like a provable edge, even if it's a few percent, like you would be shocked. Like there's hedge funds that have made billions of dollars off of making like 15% for like 10 years when the stock market does 11. Like you don't need a huge amount of alpha to make a lot of money. Like especially if you can get like really good risk adjusted returns. Say there's some hedge funds that'll make like 6%, but because their risk adjusted returns are so good, they're some of the best hedge funds on earth. There was one I need to find what it was, but there was this one dude from the University of Chicago that runs this huge hedge fund. I think it's like $100 billion hedge fund.
holy shit, yeah.
And yeah, and all they were doing was they were making like very low returns. Like their total returns were like 5 to 6% a year. But their risk was like almost non-existent. It was like virtually like almost a
And the
risk-free
reward would compound.
6%. Yeah, exactly. That's why it was like such a big one. I want to try to find what that hedge fund is called. It was someone from the University of Chicago.
Someone was talking about meme coins. In
I
the
mean,
comment.
meme coins is just gambling. At
Yeah,
that
no,
point,
that
just go
one
to a
is pure
casino.
gambling.
Just go to a casino, my guy.
I think you have a
Just
higher
do it.
percentage of winning if you put it all on red
Oh
than
yeah.
investing in a meme coin.
Yes. Oh, by far. You put it all in on red. That's a 50% chance you're gonna win. So,
Yeah.
yeah, like literally. Maybe I should do a gambling stream, or you know what? I should do a live trading thing where I'm gonna do the JP trading strategy to show everyone like how like ridiculous a lot of this day trading is. You know what the JP trading strategy is gonna be?
Tell me.
It's going to be the Jurassic Park trading strategy. I'm going to analyze the charts for dinosaur symbols so I can predict the future. And when I find the right, dinosaurs, if I find a Stegosaurus, I'm going to go short. And if I find a pterodactyl, I'm going to go long. And one day I'm going to do
I will
that.
definitely be
Wait,
reposting.
Loki, you just need to put that in the background.
Yeah, honestly, I need to. Yeah,
It can be a little bit.
I know. Honestly, that'd be the great thing. I make some YouTube videos about the what's it called, the Jurassic Park trading strategy.
But
Let
also,
me look
just
up what
to
that. Yeah.
put a cherry on top to what you were saying, I believe, and again, this is just going based on what I'm hearing from people I know, but that are in the space. But like a lot of hedge funds now are like into beta arbitrage, and so typically, I think the returns on that are pretty low, but risk adjusted, it's obviously far superior to
Yeah.
the market.
Oh, and I found out which one I was talking about. The hedge fund manager I was talking about was Cliff Anise of AQR Capital Management. Has $99 billion under
I've heard of them.
management. Yeah, when I look up their returns, I think their returns are actually quite low. Let me see. Oh well, hold up. I guess
You
no,
guys
maybe the
seem quite
returns aren't so
educated
low.
in this trading. Have you guys traded before? I'm just curious.
I've traded options before. I put on a bunch of options onto military contractors
What
before.
are options?
Oh,
Even that's such a dumb question. I'm not into this.
no, it's not. It's not dumb at all. All an option is, it's like, let's say you think a stock is gonna go up, right?
Mhm.
You're taking a bet that because I think it's gonna go up, I wanna gain more. If it's gonna go up 1%, I'm not happy with it, just me getting 1%. I put in 100, I get $101. That's not enough. But let's say I put 100 into an option because it's adding extra risk to it because it's like also time and direction and a bunch of other stuff. Basically, it amplifies your return. So that 1% with an option, I can, if the stock price goes up 1% because they have an option on it, I go up like 3, 4, 5%, for example.
Okay.
A
So
better, a more at least like elementary way to think about it is it's really just an insurance policy. So like
Yeah.
insurance, obviously, it's like this month to month payment or whatever, and then you have sort of like a infinite upside to that. And obviously, it's not. And with insurance, it's capped, but it's the upside to like payouts would be far superior to the warranty itself. So I mean, options act like insurance.
Yeah, and
That's
then
interesting.
the hedge fund I was talking about, AQR only returns about like 15 to 20%, which is still amazing, don't get me wrong, but that means they only have like an edge over the market of about like 3 to 9%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So and like that made all those guys who work with them billionaires basically 3 to 9% over the market. That's all it would take for you to be a billionaire. Granted that you have like a strategy that's proven. You're not just like throwing around random stuff.
But
Post,
if I'm
I don't know if
trading
you
and
want to,
making
but
money in software,
Oki, I think wants to beef with Cam. If you want to let Oki in.
but
Oki wants to beef with Cam? Wait,
I don't know. I think so.
it's the LARPer.
Wait, Oki, how old are you?
Harold, 22.
You said you were a Jane Street trader that you looked at candlesticks?
That was an absolute troll.
Okay, I was about to say that's like the trolliest shit I ever heard. You even got the
Yeah, I
coding
mean,
language. Also, Oki, if you want to troll about Jane Street, they use OCaml to code. They
they
don't
do.
use
I did write that. They're notorious for functional programming. Yeah.
You wrote C++ though, but anyway.
Yeah, I didn't say I like worked as a
Wait,
dev
wait.
for a
Okay,
Jane
I have a
Street.
question. So yours a quant dev, right?
Yeah.
So you said you were using the GCC compiler, right?
Yeah, I'm actually
In which
wondering why
in
you
which C++ format was he using? 14, 17, 20, or 21? Or 22?
17, but I want to know
17
why
is
you
incompatible
think.
with GCC, 64 or 32, just so you know. Which OS are you using?
Okay, wait. I want to ask. Wait, give me 1 second. But you're saying that GCC isn't widely used, like in the trading space. It
Well,
definitely is.
well, if you're trying to get 0.1
What do you mean
millisecond
by
or
is?
lower
What
with no anomalies, no high
is
bugs,
this?
especially
Is
when
this guys?
communicating to
Did you say G?
libstr graphic drivers.
Guys. Oh my guys.
Okay, wait. Sorry. So what are specific issues with GCC that would rule
I'm
it
not,
out in
I
the
got
Linux
to stay on
trading stack?
topic. We can't. We gotta stay on topic. I'm sorry if you guys aren't even gonna listen to what I have to say. Literally, like random, like this GCC thing does this. Great. Talk it out somewhere else. Sorry, this is not a like. What is it with people just like coming up and they invent their own things to talk about? Like, what is it? Like, anyway, I'm not the next
That
person.
was kind of my
Okay.
fault. That was kind of my fault, to be honest.
No, it's all right. Don't worry. It just they were gonna be stuck on there for hours. Not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, like I mean, look, if you guys want to have a debate about something, if it's not on topic, unfortunately, we can't host it because there's like 50 different people trying to request, and I don't want to There's literally like 18 plus people requesting right now, so I want to make sure that I get through as many of them as I can. Guest box is open. Actually, what am I saying? Let me put it on the list. What am I doing? Mexicano 007. Hello. Mexican, you are up. You there, Mexican? Oh, you got hit with the beam. You got hit with the ice beam.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? No worries. How old are you?
What's up? I'm 23.
I know we get in the cover. I just
Guys, what's going on in the background? Oh my god, boy. Man, what is it with these people? Guys, can you please I get maybe you're not always in the most quiet of environments, but yeah, talk.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm in here.
All right, cool. I can hear you now. Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk to that dev though. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to talk to that dev.
Guys, this is not a dev live stream.
No, I know,
I'm not
I
a
know.
dev, but
But
what did he say that was? what did he mention GCC or something? Is that
No,
like the death
he
thing?
he
Or
worked with Lovable. That's a program that I'm
oh,
using. So I was like gonna pick his
that
brain
makes
a
sense.
bit.
That's where I heard Lovable from. Because I'm like Lovable. That sounds like a like what kind of a company is named Lovable? But anyway, you have anything on topic?
Yeah, I do agree with the first prompt. I mean, yeah, I very highly agree with the first prompt. Second prompt, day trading is a scam. I don't believe that is a scam if you know what you're doing. If you're not just
Yeah, I
like,
agree with you if you know what you're doing. I just don't think 99% of people know what the fuck they're doing.
yeah, it's hard to
That's like
learn.
saying
You
that's
really
like
got to
saying
get wrecked to learn first. Like you got to
right. I
lose.
mean, no, you don't. Hold up, no, you don't, dude.
No, I'm saying like for you to really understand the market,
Why
if you once you get wrecked the first time,
why couldn't you just do paper trade? Why can't you just do it simulations? Why do you have to get wrecked?
I mean you don't have to,
Like,
but like that's how you really learned. That's how you really learn.
I get it.
Once you get liquidated, when you just see you're the exit liquidity and you see everybody exiting on you, like trust me, you learn. That's how you really learn. But yeah, it's
Oh,
not a
okay, I
scam.
mean,
At the end of the day, it's not a scam.
right.
Um,
Okay,
college,
but you do realize like 99% of people don't have what you're talking about. Yeah, I do read comments. Like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you had a legitimate strategy that worked, I'm there with you. But 99% of people don't actually have any strategy. They're just pressing buttons. It's just like spinning a slot machine and saying, I spun it this way. It should work now. Just trust me, it's gonna work. And you know,
yeah, if you're like trading like good securities, you're not gonna lose anything. But
sorry, say it again.
if you're trading good securities, you're not gonna lose anything for sure.
Can you define what a good security would be?
Like
Like,
S&P's easy.
S&P is not a security. It's an index. But anyway, I get. But hold up. But what do you mean you're not going to lose money? You can lose money trading the S&P. How would you?
Well, you just argued that I wasn't gonna lose it, so
When did I say you weren't going to lose it?
that's what you just said. That's what your whole argument is about
No.
right now.
What? No. I'm saying that. Wait, hold up. I'm confused here. What are you saying?
No, I'm saying you're saying that I couldn't lose money, and I just said I would, and then you said, oh no, you
No, I
wouldn't.
said you. I said you can't. I said you could. Wait, hold up. No, what the fuck? Hold up. Mexicano, did you not follow it? I said 99% of people will lose money because they don't actually have a strategy. And you said, no, you could not lose money trading good equities or stocks or whatever. And I asked you, what are those good ones? And you said the S&P 500, to which then I asked you, how is that possible? There's people who have lost money trading the S&P 500.
So you just proved my point then. My first claim.
What is your point?
My first claim was that you can lose money off of day trade.
When did I disagree with you?
Like you said, I couldn't. That was the first thing you did.
No, I didn't. I said 99% of people don't actually have a strategy and they're going to lose money. So, yeah, you can lose money.
Yeah, that was my whole point the whole time.
I,
Yeah, I thought you said that you couldn't lose money.
no, you absolutely can and more than likely will lose money.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Like that's you're always
Right?
at a risk of losing money, especially with trading. There's never a guarantee. So
No, no, hold up. Not even a guarantee or something. You're guaranteed to lose money. Like, I don't think that people like realize it. It's not like, 50-50, you may or may not, no, like you're guaranteed to lose money long term. Yeah, short term you may experience positive variance, but
yeah,
it
if
doesn't last
you're
forever.
staying, in the market, if you don't exit, you're gonna get cooked. Like no matter what. Like
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter unless you actually have a strategy that works. It literally does not matter.
yeah, and I agree with that. But even that strategy can get cooked, is what I'm saying.
No. Well, strategies that mathematically are proven to work, not really. But anyway,
It's
what's
a
your
harder chance
disagreement?
for those to get definitely
Okay.
wrecked, but
Okay.
those are still probable of getting wrecked just because of the market. Not everybody knows what's gonna happen in the market unless you
Yeah,
know
it
somebody
gets.
inside, and
Okay.
there's a lot of
So do you
people.
have? Okay, but okay. So do you have anything else to say, or
I say college is a scam. Actually,
you think college is a scam?
yeah, you get a piece of paper that was made
Okay.
by another person, that validates. I mean, I guess the education part, but the actual like
So you
diploma
don't
part is like the scam, the paper part, the
you
tangible
don't go to
part.
college for the paper part.
I know that, but I'm saying like that's what
So then how's
society
it?
looks at
No,
and the value that you bring
that's not what society looks at. Do you know like
in the job
have
market. I'm
you
talking about the job market.
tried to apply for jobs in the job
Yeah,
market before? Because
yeah, of course.
they don't just look at a piece of paper. They look at what you did in college. Wait,
But
do you know what job? Do you know what like recruiters look for?
yeah, of course.
What do they look for?
I mean, solidity. I mean,
What's
validity, like being.
no, that doesn't mean any. Those are just virtues. They don't look for virtues. What do they look for?
Something that's guaranteed, something that's certain.
Yeah, exactly. So what would that be?
I mean, your diploma.
No, it would be your skills. Your diploma just tells you whether or not you have those skills. That they're just looking for your skills. When they hire people, they look at what you studied and they use that to determine what skills you have in addition to what skills you state.
Yeah, that's
Like
why
if
you
you have
go
an
through a lengthy hiring process. Usually, you don't.
yeah, because they also want to test to make sure you know your
Yeah,
stuff too.
like
Like they don't just
if I study,
right.
analytics and
Yeah, exactly. That's what they look for. So how is college a scam?
that's what I'm saying. Someone can just study and not have to go to college.
It's not an argument.
I'm saying you can just study all this stuff on your own and not have to go to school.
You're gonna study 4 years of material on your own perfectly and understand it without having to go to school? Serious? You can just go and learn like physics or
Yeah, you can
engineering.
learn that on your own.
If did you ever go to college?
Yes, I'm in actually a CS program right now.
Sorry, what did you study? CS?
Yeah.
So why didn't you learn it yourself? Why'd you go to college then if you could just learn it yourself?
Oh, to get a little piece of paper.
Could you have learned what you studied in college yourself?
Yeah, I've done it on my own as well, besides school.
Can't make this shit up, guys. Can't make this shit up.
I'm breaking the system. But
It doesn't make any sense. You didn't break the system. You just said you don't need it, but you still did it
I
yourself. So you're
overloaded the
just.
system. I'm sorry.
How do you know you could have learned what you? I don't think you could have learned what you did without college. That's just what it comes down to. You learned 4 years of material. You could have learned 4 years of material on your own. Just understood it perfectly. You wouldn't have to have someone sit there and tell you what it is because you don't have that understanding. You're gifted beyond human imagination.
Well,
You
it's
can
not
sit there
gifting.
and,
It's just about paying attention and studying. It's not about being gifted. It's just like,
but how do you know what you're studying is correct? Who would tell you to right or
well,
wrong?
because you would have to test yourself in being wrong.
How do you know you're gonna test if you don't know what you're testing? How do you know you're right or wrong? If there's a math
I'm
problem, right?
testing what's wrong.
Oh, I just asked you this. I'm not the next person. I don't think you're being serious. Here's just a very simple question for you. You have a math problem. How do you know your answer is correct if you don't know the solution?
Well, you just figure it out.
Goodbye. Yeah. If you don't, guys, if you don't understand something, if you don't know what something is, you just figure it out. Just figure it out, guys. Just yeah, forget trying to actually learn anything. Just figure it out, guys. If you don't know what something is, just figure it out, guys. Hello? Hello?
Hey,
How old are you?
I'm 42.
What's going on in the background?
What?
Are you outside? I can't.
Yeah, I'm outside. Yeah. Is this
I
better
can
now?
barely hear you.
What about
There's a lot of
now?
background noise. Not really better, but do you have like a microphone you could use or a headset or something? Or
Not
it's a lot of
really.
feedback.
Yeah. I'll let somebody else speak then. That's the case.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully you could fix your setup. Yeah, I'm sorry because it's too much like background noise distortion. I'm sorry about that.
Yep, not a problem.
What's wrong with trading? 99.9% of people don't actually understand how to trade. They don't really have strategies. They have just pressing random buttons. Like, explain what? How? Like what trading or what most people do instead of trading? You didn't finish your last statement. Yeah, Cameron, what is it?
So just for the
Yeah.
college one,
Yes.
so college is not a scam.
Yes.
So that's a gray area. So
Really?
I'd say so because I never went to college because I got scouted at a young age from 11. But when I'm hiring people, so when I'm in interviews with people,
Okay.
and then I have like my own checklist, what I look for in this person that I'm hiring from.
Yeah.
So if they don't have certifications or awards, then they must have a degree. And the reason when I was asking my Scrum Master,
Can
or
you
the
please hurry
CTO,
up with what you're saying? Is this taking?
so
Sorry.
when I'm asking why does this person need to have a degree, so I'm just curious, so I can understand fully on what I should look for when I'm hiring this specific person in a tech role, in whatever.
Because what you're talking about for tech, okay. Yeah, because how do you know that person even knows how to program?
Well, there's multiple ways. Well, in your degree, we also look at
simple.
your grades. That's why we ask for transcripts. And when you're
Okay, well, hold up. What do you? Okay, Cameron, you're just kind of going off about something else now.
Mhm.
Can you be more concise?
Oh yeah. So when a person
What are you?
uploads
Okay, what are you against college for? Let's just be clear here. Are you saying that you can be successful without it?
I'm saying when in 2026, if you want to get into certain roles that is not mandatory, or when it comes to a degree, I say you wouldn't need it, and I'd say that's specific for tech, especially if you've been doing it at a young age. But of course, if you want to become an astronaut or a pilot, I will never get an
Yeah,
opinion if you self-taught yourself how to fly. So
yeah, but that's not okay. I get what you're saying too, but all you're saying is that some degrees you can, or some jobs you can learn on your own. That doesn't really, yeah, okay. That
Also,
doesn't really tell me that college is a
Cam, you got to
scam or
understand, we have
not.
like a different sort of education program here.
Oh yeah, you're in Sweden, right?
well, I grew up in London.
And I didn't mean like I should have said not just education program, but we have like a lot of our colleges, at least in like especially the finance realm,
Oh, they're
are
probably
like
very different than your, yeah.
elongated like interview processes essentially. So
Right.
just
Okay.
it's a
Yeah, I
little
see
bit
why there's a
different.
disconnect. Yeah. Also, do keep in mind, I'm talking from the U.S. perspective, so anything if I'm saying, it seems like like
Yeah, but
we're not seeing eye to
but
eye.
when
It's
it
also
comes to
because there's
finance,
differences.
many of some
Yeah.
close friends that I grew up with are doing finance in London. I have internship in USA, University of Washington, and some others. So it is pretty much like one-to-one from what I know. But like if you want to get into finance, I mean, you're gonna need your degree. Can't really teach yourself something like your degree shows your commitment. But it's not just your degree, it's also your grades. You can go to MIT and get like the lowest grade possible. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
if you go to like a shitty university, no offense to
No.
anyone,
No.
from what I've seen.
Oh no. MIT graduate could literally fail, and they would probably not fail, but you could get it like at 3.0 at MIT. You will out earn someone who has a 4.0 GPA. That's not even close. Like
But
no, it doesn't
I'd
get
have to
close.
disagree with that because do you know how many people
I can show you the numbers. You want to know the numbers?
this is for finance roles or
For finance roles, there's certain jobs that they would not hire anyone other than people from MIT and elite universities. So you wouldn't even be able to get
Well,
a role at all from a lower
well,
university.
well,
It's
if,
very closed off.
well, from a tech perspective, you know, MIT is famous for that. Do you know how many people we've declined that have gotten low grades, but they had like really rich fathers that comes from MIT, or we've accepted people that's gotten straight A's, outstanding projects that's been awarded by their professors.
You're
And it's
talking again anecdotal. I can give you literal evidence that shows that the average student at MIT will outperform like top students at virtually almost every other university because there's thousands of universities or at least hundreds. But MIT is top. It's a
the
top
the
20,
the,
top 10
the
school on
data
earth.
when it comes to the hiring process on who gets hired more, does it come more related to startups or like big companies like Amazon?
I'm saying their average earning. I'm taking their earnings. I'm looking at like their earnings. Here, let's just say like MIT average graduate here. MIT
Earnings, like how much they get paid,
average
right?
graduate salary. Yeah. So the average graduate salary of MIT is about $125,000 to $145,000.
Okay, that's
Starting.
interesting.
Yeah. 125,000 to 145,000, which is for any other university you have to be like borderline valedictorian, and even then you're probably not going to get close to that amount. You go to any state school, if it's not like you're not really not.
I'm, s- I'm,
What
s-
degree
I-
would
I'm,
that
s-
even be?
I mean, just from personal experiences, I'm still gonna have to like disagree with that because
Okay, but you're just talking personal. You're not actually making an argument based on anything other than your personal experiences, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but
when I
it
say
doesn't like.
personal experiences, I mean like from all the thousands of companies I've freelanced
But that's
for.
still personal. That's still personal experience and anecdotal.
Okay,
Like you would have to
yeah.
show me like the reason that this doesn't work as like a point of discussion or debate is because you're not actually showing me where this information comes from other than I saw this, I see this, but I can show you like where their earnings are,
But when I
how
say
much more better
personal
but
experience, I
yeah.
mean like when I've talked to like many like big
That doesn't
recruiters.
mean any okay, but that doesn't mean anything again. Like can you show me numbers of what you're describing of where someone who goes
Numbers
from like a
as in like a mass percentage? No, because I'm not the recruiter, or do I not do
no,
I
no,
recruiting?
like, can you show, like, universities will report student earnings post-graduation. Can you find me, like, a valedictorian, what they got post-graduation of a so-and-so university that's higher than, like, $145,000,
Yeah,
for
but
example?
but that data only comes because it's easier for them to get internships, and they get internships during the time when they're in university, and then they get to offer directly after the internship. So you are right,
But
but
that,
you're also wrong at the same time because after they graduate, if they never did this internship, there's no way they'd
you're talking
compete
to the
with
average
someone that went to,
person.
let's say, like a shitty Florida university. And apologies for my language, but like a shitty Florida university, but this guy has gotten straight A's. He's winning
Because, no,
hackathons.
hold up. Wait, Cameron, you do realize that guy with the shitty Florida degree wouldn't even be allowed to apply to the same, like, the jobs that the person from MIT would be. Like, do you realize how
No way.
closed off some of the, yes, do you know how closed off the job market in the United States is? Like, you do know there's thousands of jobs that exist purely for people at, like, top 20, top 30 universities that are not available for people at any other university. Like, they're exclusive to there.
Okay, so let me put it in a first person standpoint. As someone that never went to college, but I had the opportunity.
Cameron, okay. No, I'm done. No, Cameron, again,
No, I'm
this
just
is just
curious.
personal.
Because
What are you curious about?
because you're saying, okay, so let's just say I went to another university, but when I have competed against like hackathon winners, that people that went to MIT, and these
Yeah.
people that have gotten straight grade A's, and I've competed against them many times when it comes to job interviews and so on. When I speak to these recruiters, I'm still able to excel towards them because in 2026 they don't just. I mean, yes, the university that you went to is important, especially at MIT, because MIT
It's
the higher
infinitely important, but yeah.
because like let's say MIT or something or Harvard, they're only accepting the 1% of the thousands of applications that
What's
they
your
get.
point, Cameron? Cameron, is your point that just because you can do hackathons, you can compete with them?
No, not just because of hackathons. I'm saying based on your expertise and your skill and your way of thinking. So when it comes to tech in a specific way, as in 2026, okay, maybe in 2016, 2017, 18, yeah, for sure, you're 100% right. But I'm saying in 2026, I have never spoken to a recruiter that has being okay, yes, you go to MIT will put you probably in the top
Cameron,
100 of applicants.
Cameron, Cameron,
hmm
you're arguing against numbers. You're arguing against data at this point. The data
Me,
very clearly
yeah,
shows that the average MIT student does significantly better than top students at virtually every other university. Would you disagree or agree with that?
no, I will agree. I'm not going to argue against numbers. I'm a
Okay.
number fanatic, but I'm just but
Then what's your disagreement?
because it's because when I get like offers from like thousands of companies, they
You're
don't.
just talking personal again, Cameron. I'm not asking for your personal. Like, do you have any reasoning other than personal or no? Yes or no?
No, I'm gonna say no. Honestly,
Okay, then there's no need to have this conversation anymore because you're not going to make any points that are worthwhile. You're just going to talk from your personal perspective, which doesn't get anywhere. Low greatness. How old are you? Is everyone's wife? Hello?
Yep,
How old are you?
21.
You're 21? Okay. Go ahead.
Um, Trading courses. All right, so I have a unique angle.
Okay.
Um, Basically, I've done a lot of courses just to learn and
How much money did you spend on them?
not trading specifically, but I used to spend a lot
Trading, not anything else. Just how much did you spend purely on the trading courses?
on the trading, probably less than $200.
Okay. All right, not too bad.
I had good insight though. It was probably like 3-4 years ago when I was younger, and it helps you learn because obviously you have trial and error. But I think to be in a group with other people who are trying to accomplish the same goal as you is very beneficial. You know what I mean?
All right.
You disagree or you agree to some extent? Like just in any realm of human endeavor, when people are with you.
Oh, we're not talking about any extent. We're just talking about one thing and one thing only. We got to be on topic.
Okay, so
For trading, I mean, I guess, but I don't think you have to spend money on it. But anyway, it's not a lot of money you spent. I was just curious why you did. But anyway, you can I just go down the list.
yeah, but I definitely learned a lot and I did pretty well. Not in day
Yeah.
trading, but just in trading in general. And
Gotcha.
and then let's see. Yeah, I think it could be a scam. It's popular. I mean, a lot of people. So the business model now is, do really well in something and then do a course, right? That's what that's what people tell you to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but you also have to realize if they did really well in what they were doing, they would actually never sell a course. They would be millionaires or billionaires. Some of these guys,
Not necessarily because
oh, necessarily.
because your
Okay, wait.
ceiling is capped. So in
No, oh no, it's not. What do you mean? No, but wait, greatness. I'll ask you this. You don't, if you made 1% a day, right? Let's say you made a 1% a gain every day. You know how much money that you would make in like a few years?
Yeah, but you're gonna lose eventually as well.
No, I'm just saying you make a guaranteed 1%.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like the way that some of these people are describing me, I'm not saying it's that like crazy amount, but some of the way that these people are describing it is like that they're consistently making like these incredibly huge amounts of returns. And it's like if any of this stuff was legitimately true, these guys would be worth way, way, way more than what they are worth right now.
Oh yeah, it's a hype train going on right now. I agree
Yeah,
with you
but like,
100%. People are kind of biting on and they want to get rich quick. They want to find that easy way out. So I agree with you. But let's not conflate the two things, right? I believe trading is a very viable option, and I believe spending money on courses to learn is very beneficial and it can be rewarding. So
and then welcome up to one.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's good?
It's good to be
Do you
back.
want to add in something?
Yeah, I would say I agree with you on that, host. Is yeah, if you're really successful, you're not going to sell your
Yeah.
courses. I mean, for me, like I made $2.2 million in a year and a half trading. I wouldn't just personally, I worked really hard to develop the strategies that I use. I wouldn't even sell it. Like it, I wouldn't give that away.
What's the point? Especially if it makes you so much money. Like you would just compound it until it maxed out and it
Right.
stopped working.
Right. Well, it gets to a point where the liquidity is not. Yeah, the strategy won't work because of. I mean, like I said, I made most of my money in biotech during COVID. Right, since from like 2000, it was around June 2020 to 2022 December. That's when it basically died out. The strategy didn't work after that. But
Oh, gotcha.
I sized down. But a lot of the companies that were coming out with like press releases of getting FDA approval, second stages, third stages for hand sanitizer, ventilators, that all died out. So like the strategy didn't work after a period of time, but there was a period of time where it did.
But when it did work, you made as much as you could. So
Right.
that when it stopped working, you're okay.
Right, and at the end of the day, I got out of that because of the amount of stress, and I switched over to index funds. I switched over to buying individual businesses that I believe in for the long term, and yeah, that's what I did. But I think anyone who's trying to sell you a course, I mean, that's usually their main business. It's not actually it's not actually trading. I'm sorry that that's how it is, how the industry is. But that's the reality. I mean, if you really want to learn how to invest and you want to make money in the stock market, I mean, you got to look to those who've done it, the best. And that's Warren Buffett, that's Peter Lynch. And, they don't want anything from you. They've already made money.
Or Seth Kallman, yeah.
Right. So
And then they have both books. Like if you really wanted to
100%.
learn this stuff, like you'd read a
One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. I mean, there's so much great information.
Margin of Safety.
Right. You can read, Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. There's so many great books that
that's
you
one.
can read where you can understand. And if you understand how it works, I mean, then you can apply it to your own, philosophies and your own theses on investing. But
Yeah.
if you're just going to speculate and trade, because here's the thing, a lot of the intraday, moves with, let's say, whatever you're trading, whether it's a stock or whatever it may be, you're going to day trade that. You don't know when someone's going to buy it or sell it within
They're
seconds.
just gambling. A lot of them are just undiagnosed gambling.
Right. How do you
addicts.
how do you know that like an institution's going to come in at 8.36 and buy 10,000 shares and then stock up the price 7 cents a share? How are you going to know that? And a lot of these people that are trading options and they're using debt and derivatives and leverage, you're just going to kill yourself. Like when it comes to financially, it's not going to work.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's Like I mean, you get some people like they'll just like buy like 30% out of the money options expiring in a week, expecting like
It's
some
insane,
huge
bro.
move,
It's
and then they'll get
madness.
wiped out.
It's
Yeah,
so mad. It's such madness that it's like it's
Yeah.
insane. And the amount of the spread that you pay and even every contract that you
you
purchase,
get killed. Yeah.
you got to pay.
Well, I mean,
destroyed by it.
that's not true. You just have to sell theta into the market.
Well, no, because when you buy a contract, any option contract, you're going to pay there's a fee. I mean, most brokerages actually make a lot of money off option contracts.
Yeah, no, I was joking. We had a guest up here earlier.
Oh, I talking about. Yeah, I was about to say. Did you take that guy's term selling?
Yeah.
To the
I mean, options weren't always around. I mean, they got
they're
introduced
more
and
recent.
right, and they are not. The brokerages love them because they make a lot of brokerages like Robinhood, Webull. A lot of those brokerages they make a lot of money, a lot of commission off of option contracts.
And maybe a bit of a conspiracy theory. Well, not really, but what I think also happens is they realize that options are also ones that are being provided by the the hedge funds and market makers they work like they know for a fact like Citadel will provide them with like the options, so they just send them like the payment for order flow so to optimize those options for like their gambling addict users, and then maybe they take a cut off that because they know they pay each other. But
Right. I mean,
it's the giant casino.
I mean, there are
your-
some option contracts that I mean, I'm not saying options. There's no use for them in the
No, there's
financial
a use,
world.
yeah.
There are
There's
ways
use.
to protect yourself, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you look at a lot of option contracts that aren't, I mean, there's a decent spread, especially if you're not trading something that's very liquid. It's very difficult, and if you're trading something really liquid, well, just think about how competitive it is, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just for the average person. I mean, live below your means and load up into index funds. It's the best thing for the average person because the average person works a lot, 40, 50 hours a week to stay above water. They don't have all that free time to research.
Can I add something to this? And by average person, you mean like 90% of people.
95, 99.
95, yeah. Yeah. So average you like 50% or so, but you would typically mean like 90, 95%.
I mean, yeah, I've destroyed the market, but I'm telling you, I really don't believe that anybody. I mean, I think maybe only 6-7% of people can do it. I'm gonna be for real. If they're like, and I'm talking about the people that are just like, they kind of have to be
They devote themselves to it.
You look at them and you're like, they're not normal. Like that's that's if they're not normal, then that's not the average person anyway, right? So.
Yo, Tiki, why are you still holding this argument, bro?
Well, how old are you, Sarah?
I'm 18. Do you not remember me?
No.
I was in your live yesterday, G.
I talked to a lot of people. I don't know what your argument was, sir.
Okay, so
You were
do you
saying,
believe you
yeah?
can find an edge in the market?
Say it again.
Do you believe you can find an edge in the market using quantitative?
Me?
Yeah. Do you believe anyone can find an edge in the market using quantitative?
Me or anyone? Those are two different
Anyone,
things.
bro, anyone. Not you, because you're a donut. Do you believe anyone can find an edge in the market?
Definitely not.
Definitely not anyone. What the fuck are you talking
Are you
about?
talking about on a quantitative level? No, you can't.
Accessible
Like
to a quantitative.
1% of people, maybe.
Okay. Also, like, can you like? I don't
Actually,
know what
less
you're
than
doing.
that.
I don't know what you're doing with your microphone, but can you please like speak up a bit more? I can like
Scott, bro,
barely
if
hear
you
you. You're
were-
so muffled.
Scott, if you were to affirm that even 1%, this would mean that day trading isn't a scam.
I can't hear you.
Well, no, because you can have an edge in the market, but that doesn't mean that
Well,
there's a day trading edge. That can mean there's an edge long term.
Yeah,
Like if-
Sarah,
market
I would
trade.
just
If you
like
can
quantify a scam or qualify a scam as something with like asymmetrical information that is not recognized by the general public. That's kind of a specific definite, like
Yeah,
that's pretty
Scott, just
idiosyncratic.
because
but
it's a small majority of people being able to get to this point, this
Sarah,
wouldn't
we
change
Small
the
have
fact that
wait,
it's a scam, bro.
Sarah,
Wait.
you I guess we're here last night. You've probably seen this live before. We have hundreds of, not hundreds, but Tiki has 100 people a night watching him. That
Yeah.
a lot of them truly believe that they can find an edge in the market, not even understanding where to start. And so,
Okay,
and they're
I've
paying
already told
money.
you.
They're
Also,
paying
Sarah.
money for these courses. So
Yeah,
seems
they're
pretty
getting
scammy.
destroyed.
Bro, I didn't buy a
Also,
course.
Sarah. Also, what did you say? Small majority. What the fuck is a small majority?
I didn't mean to say that.
Sorry,
A small amount.
No, it's okay.
A small
get
amount of
so-
people. Just 'cause
I'm
there's a
just
small amount of-
curious. Sarah, have you traded like as a career or like? what's your-
He's
Yeah, I do.
18,
I'm
I
not
think.
bad.
I don't know.
Oh, so
But
18.
you're 18. You don't have a career, my guy. It's okay. Don't worry. I don't
Okay,
want you
okay.
to
Never.
get
That's a
hung
dumb
up.
question
Yeah.
because he's
I don't have a career, bro.
okay. Well, I had a career in wealth management, so that's my background.
Yeah, I've never had a job.
What's that?
I've never had a job, like a proper job.
That's okay. You're 18. It's
Yeah,
alright.
it's all right. I mean, I'm just
It's
saying.
not your fault.
I'm just giving you the information that I have because I've traded. I mean, I've been trading for 8 years. I made
You
$2.2 million.
profited?
I made $2.2 million in a year and a half
So
from
why are you-
2020 to
How are you
2022.
arguing that it's a scam then?
It is a scam.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of a
make your-
gamble. You,
wait,
you have
make
to
your
take it.
argument for that.
No,
Yeah.
because it was a unique time in the market, right?
Correct.
What
Correct.
happened most recently was very unique, and if you were ahead of the curve there, then you could have did well. But now there isn't that same opportunity, if that makes
Correct.
sense.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bro. So would you not argue that if you have quantitative analysis, then you would not have be able to find an edge?
No, my edge had nothing to do with that at all. My edge had to do with basically news and press releases that would come out the
So
day
then,
before.
so then I won't even argue that's day trading, my bro.
No, it's not. I wouldn't hold a
It
position.
should be stock trading, G.
No, I did not trade within the day. I would hold positions for more than
Yeah,
a
so it's
day.
stock trading.
He was a swing trader.
That's not a day trade. A day trade is
I just said that, mate.
That'd be swing trading.
that's that's not day trading.
Yeah, I know you don't know.
You call me a donut?
A donut. You donut. Don't do that.
You're
You
calling the
call me a
guy who made
donut.
$2.2 million a donut.
You made
Yeah.
2 million. Yeah, because
Because
you're
you
a
can't
donut.
listen
Because you
to
don't
him, bro.
agree
Maybe
with them.
18
Sarah,
million.
if you had an American accent,
Yeah,
I
I'd be
feel
able to
like we would
understand you
not
more.
we would not take you seriously. I feel like, but continue.
I
Yeah,
don't have
it's
an
like
American accent.
For some reason, we perceive your accent as like you get intelligent points just having your accent. I feel like.
yeah,
I'm
but
Also,
British.
but Sarah, like, do you realize you're telling this guy a donut for not listening to an 18-year-old, even though he made $2.2 million, and he's telling you, dude, it's not something that's sustainable.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm trying to
this,
tell him
it's
that.
really not worth it.
Yeah. So you're arguing alpha decay, right?
Hey
You say
man,
that
I'll tell
again.
you, like this,
Wait,
as someone who
even
also,
finding
hold on, hold
alpha.
on.
Wait, no, we're just saying you won't be able to find alpha.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
alpha
make your
decay
argument
because
for
there's no
that.
alpha. There's no. Hold on,
Wait,
Sarah.
Make
make
my
your argument
argument
there's
for
no
that.
alpha. Make your argument there's no alpha in the market.
Hey, hold on, I'll tell you
Well,
something
I
as
mean,
well.
this is kind of tautological, but I would just argue that you can't find price discovery that will with a risk that doesn't sort of outpace your returns,
Right.
or not
Yeah.
outpace necessarily, but your Sharpe ratio or
Dude,
your
so if I have profitable returns, right, and I have good returns, and I would say I had a higher profitability, right, with quantitative edge, like I could identify this would be an edge, right? Would I still not have an edge according to you?
bro. I
If you
guarantee
have
you,
an
Because
edge,
I'm not generating
how would you
alpha.
quantify an edge? How would you or just definitionally, what is an edge?
I would say an edge is an inefficiency in the market, right? That's all it is.
What?
What?
Yeah,
An efficiency in the market?
Yeah, an edge
it
is an
doesn't mean you can
efficiency.
take advantage of it. That doesn't. Yeah.
You mean
Okay,
an
Yeah, an edge
inefficiency?
is just an
An
inefficiency.
inefficiency in the market. That's a new
How
one.
do you? How do you? Okay, I mean
Wait,
that's a crazy
Damon, do you not know
definition that
that?
you're not going to be able to sustain. But so, how do you quantify an inefficiency, or even qualify an inefficiency?
All right.
Yeah, again, you can just use a look at quant and analyze it, bro. What?
Yeah,
What
but
if
How
you
would
just
you?
use a
How would you analyze it?
you
I was
can't.
kind
What
of
do
just.
you?
You use
I
Hey,
was actually
bro.
asking you
time.
how you would analyze it.
Time. Pardon?
I asked you how you would analyze it, and you said
Yeah.
I would just analyze it.
Yeah, you can
That
analyze the
doesn't.
market with using quant by looking at time, by
Sarah.
looking at price, looking at orders and such.
So technical analysis is not. There's no. That's
Yeah.
all just a.
Wait, what technical analysis do you think I'm on about,
Fugazi.
You're
Dale?
talking about price and time. That's literally what a candlestick chart is.
Bro, I'm not using
Also,
no
yeah,
candlestick
Sarah.
charts, bro. Who's you take me
It
for?
Also,
doesn't
Sarah.
matter.
Dayon,
Don't
who's you
take.
take
Don't
me for,
take.
G?
Sarah. Please don't take any of this personally. It's like you're 18. So
Hey, Sarah, I'll
we'll,
give you the
we'll,
best advice, bro. I tell you, move away from this and move into another business avenue if you have any type of return.
No,
and
I'll tell you like
just
this. I'll tell
yeah.
you like this as someone
Right.
who did pretty well. Okay, I say move
wait, so
away
is
from
day
that.
trading not working for me?
Move away from that business avenue and move into something that is solving a problem in
I got a
society or
question for you, Gray.
day to day.
Why do I move business if I'm getting returns, bro?
Well, here's the problem, right? Because you're going to be undercapitalized. That's the issue. If you're 18, what are you going to have? $5,000. So if you get a
Right.
40% return, what are you going to make? Like 2,000 on the year? There's better ways to use that money.
Bro, why
Right.
why would I
If
be
someone,
earning
do you
200,000
think
a
you're
year, fam?
someone making like less than 5% that
Like,
has a
What? Who said I'm
million?
making 5%?
let
no,
me
we're,
give you this hypothetical. That has $1 million. They're doing better than you if you have $5,000 and you're making 30%. Does that make sense?
Okay.
that's
It
correct.
still doesn't change the fact that I'm
Yeah.
getting returns,
You're
bro.
undercapitalized, though. That's the
No,
problem.
but Sarah, you're making like pennies on the dollar. Like you do realize, like you're literally just making
Yeah,
a few
so
pennies here and there,
essentially,
and being like,
Wait,
I'm winning pennies. Why should I
would you
stop?
argue £200,000 a year isn't a lot?
Okay, that's not relative. You don't have. You're not. What are you talking about? You're 18.
Bro, you're saying I'm making pennies, fam. I'm saying I'm making
Are you
200,000.
claiming that
You're
you?
Argue this
not.
isn't a
You're
lot.
not making 200K. You're 18.
hey man, I would love for you to break those numbers down a little bit more. And
How,
then we
how
could,
did
but
you get
here's
to?
the problem. I asked you how you even qualify if you have an edge, and
Yeah.
you said
Yeah,
I
said
you would analyze it,
He said
I
inefficiency
qualified
as
everything
well,
you're
which is
taking
kind
out,
of
or
bro.
yeah,
ironic.
or he said efficiency, I think at first, but
Inefficiency, which is
Inefficiency in the market
hilarious.
would just be an edge in the
yeah,
market, bro.
Also, but
that
Sarah,
doesn't tell you. Oh my god,
can I,
like alpha would
Edge
be
will
the
just be you
starter for
getting your
that.
returns
Can I ask
weekly.
something?
Yeah.
Wait, Sarah, how did you arrive to 200? Have you made 200K, or is that how much you expect to make?
Nah,
Because those are two
that's something
different
I
things.
expect, G. Like, if I keep up.
You
that's
you
what you.
expect him. So
Yeah,
you,
with my small ass capital, bro.
wait, Sarah,
That's hilarious.
so you expect to make
Four,
200K. So in your mind,
yeah,
you've already made
400K.
200K.
400K funded, G.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Is it gonna be
I'm
like?
rinsing my account, fam. What?
Your account has what, like 2K in it or something?
No,
Wait,
400 funded, fam.
You have
did you just?
$400,000
Funded, yeah, G.
Like,
And then my live's
funded.
got like
Okay.
I'm
You got
putting money on
400.
live.
Hold up. So you made 400K at 18 doing what?
No, bro, you should
400. No, he meant
this guy's actually
$400.
dumb. This guy doesn't understand
$400.
English,
Yeah,
bro.
$400.
Okay, this has got to be a
400k
troll.
funded, fam.
He
You're
said
donut.
he said 400K at first, and now he's saying
Yeah,
$400.
I thought
No, I
400K too. I
didn't,
heard
bro. Are
that.
you silly?
Live, you
I
heard
heard.
that. Hey,
Bro,
chat,
Yeah,
you
I
heard
heard
that.
that
Chat,
too.
you
you
heard
man
that.
need to ease check, bro.
Okay, where did
I
you?
heard.
Sorry.
I heard
Okay,
400K.
What the
Sarah,
hell's
where did
happening in America, bro?
Chat,
What the
type
fuck
one if you
feeding
heard that.
Sarah, where did you get your funds from to begin with? Like, did you work a job? Like,
400k funding, like using a prop, bro.
Oh, gotcha.
oh my gosh.
Wait, so do you believe prop firms you can't be profitable with prop firm?
You can be profitable with gambling. Doesn't mean it's a good thing to do. That doesn't tell me anything.
So you're day trading
Again,
is what you're doing,
gambling would just
Sarah.
be flipping a coin. I can use analysis with quant.
Bro, you're
Analysis?
probably
No, you use
stressing to make $2.
So,
Sarah. You
wait,
use
so
hindsight. You don't use
You guys better drop
analysis.
a follow. This is entertaining as hell. You guys ain't
no,
gonna get lives like this
if I'm
anywhere
flipping a
else.
coin 50
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You're wasting your
Gosh.
life to make $2, right? You're
Yeah.
stressing out over $3,
who is this guy,
$4.
bro? I've already been
A
through. I know
McChicken.
every
You're stressing
fucking
out
thing
over a
about this,
McChicken.
bro.
You're probably losing your mind over a McChicken.
So,
What are you doing?
nah, you're rage binge. You're actually
The
rage binge.
McChicken.
Yeah,
Sarah.
McChicken.
I ain't making no
Not even a
fucking
meal, just
chicken,
a
bro.
sandwich. No
Sarah.
lettuce, no tomato, nothing.
Not even the ranch.
No, nothing.
Sarah,
Oh
are you
my
using? What are you
fucking
trading?
mom, bro.
What are you trading, Sarah? Be honest.
Huh?
What are you trading? Be honest, because I'll know
It's
you're.
probably futures.
I know if you're lying or not.
Yeah, I trade euro, fam. I trade euros.
So you're in forex, so that's even worse
Wait, how's that worse?
because
I thought
it's
it was.
Don't tell me you're in Forex.
okay. I can tell you 10 reasons why it's worse.
Oh
Wait, yeah, tell me how.
Okay, well, first off, one, you're using leverage.
The most
Okay,
liquid.
that's the number one.
I'm pretty sure it's the most liquid market in the world. I
It
think,
is the
right?
most
That's
liquid market in the
yeah,
world.
that
That's
should be the
correct.
starter. That
Yeah,
should
but
be
it
the
still
starting
doesn't
point.
change the fact you can find an edge in it.
Okay, no, you can't. Okay, that no, you
Bro,
can't.
you need an argument on that.
Well, I can
18-year-old
tell you.
argues against.
I can tell you why you don't have an edge.
Yeah, tell me how I don't have an
Okay,
edge.
so
I'm
there's a
making
couple reasons
returns.
because you can't make any money seriously in forex without leverage. Period. Because the volatility is so bad. As a
It
forex
still
trader,
doesn't change the fact
can
you
I
can find
finish?
an edge, bro. I would
Can I
need an
finish my?
argument.
Can I finish?
No, guys, you don't understand. He's 18 and he's got an edge. He's edging.
Look. I
He's got
started.
an edge. I can't.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
I
this is
started
too
in
goofy.
forex. It is so difficult, and it wasn't until I made my millions till I went into equities, because equities is so much easier.
Day on your burger, you've made no money from day trading.
What are you
You
talking
just
about day
said that
trading?
Hey,
yourself.
Sarah, are you in HS Tiki Taki's Forex trading group?
Hell no, bro. That guy's a fucking donut.
Okay, look. Here's the issue with forex. You're using leverage. Okay, there's no
That's great.
There's no volatility. You're using leverage. You're paying for a spread, and you're competing in the most liquid market with the biggest and most powerful corporate banks, investment
Yeah,
banks in the
banks,
world.
like,
You're not going to win,
you're-
bro.
You're
And
also competing against countries too,
Dayon,
because
you
countries
said you made
manipulate
18
currencies.
million.
no, I made 2.2 million.
18? Where'd you
Right,
get
I'm not
18
gonna lie,
million
it's too
from?
late, bro. It's too late. Had you
You
have
said you made
started in
2.2
2020,
million, bro.
I made
You
two
said you
2020,
point.
don't even know how you'd find an edge. You serious, bro?
I
there was
I
an
con-
edge in 2021
in
and
biotech.
2020.
Yeah, in biotech.
Nothing later. That's it.
I've come up before and I've talked to the host how I did it, and I've
Yeah.
explained in detail how I did it.
Mhm.
Through different phases of FDA approval. And when those press releases came out, I would buy it and then I'd hold it overnight. And then when those press releases would come out in the
Yo, I
morning,
don't want no fucking monologue, fam. Just
okay, well then you don't really want to learn how to invest and trade. And
I mean,
Can
but
I just
Sarah,
ask something?
no, I was
Or go
joking,
ahead,
Dayon. I
Scott.
was
but just
joking.
real quick, Sarah, like
Go.
I promise you, like the best starting point for you, if you want to actually find edge, would be like figuring out how to actually qualify or define edge itself. Like
Mhm.
that, I think you got to
Bro,
start
an
with
edge
that.
would just be an inefficiency that you're taking.
I'm telling you this, in a liquid, in a very,
maybe-
very, hold up, sorry, in a very, very, very liquid market, it's almost, it's pretty much impossible to find. And
But
Wait,
that
so
just
is
begs.
there
Wait,
still
but
a
hold on.
chance?
It just
If there's
begs the
still a chance,
question.
I would
Wait,
be
hold on,
affirming
Sarah.
that trading's not a
If you
scam.
knew how to if you knew how to identify an inefficiency, quote unquote, then yeah, you have a strategy. But I guarantee you don't know how to define that. Like, how are you observing an inefficiency?
Taking money out of the market, like
oh my gosh.
That's not
Taking
how
money
you
out of the
define
market.
inefficiency.
Wait,
That doesn't make sense.
taking
an
money out the
inefficiency is something
market?
where the market lacks and gives out offers for like buys
No,
or
Sarah?
sells.
no, an inefficiency would just be the underlying assets mispriced, right?
Correct.
And it's gonna go to
Yeah.
that cracked price.
So giving out offers for buying and selling.
Okay, so how do you
Sarah,
Oh
okay.
my gosh, this
You're
is
just
so bad.
saying
This is
words.
so
Sarah?
bad.
I'm telling you, if he didn't have a European accent, he wouldn't be on this panel right now. I'm just saying.
Well, I used to live
Sarah?
in Europe, so his accent doesn't really mean anything to me. He still sounds dumb.
Sarah,
Yo,
are
kiss
you
my
gonna?
ass,
Are,
bro. I'll just,
You
Sarah,
Just
donut.
listen to someone who's done it, bro. And I'm trying to tell you that.
Sarah,
Dion, I've fucking done it, bro.
are
Oh my
Sarah, are
gosh.
you gonna go to college? Are you,
Hell
you're
no,
planning on going to
bro.
college?
Nah,
You're
I
a
actually would for
donut.
I would for the parties and shit.
For the parties, you don't go to
Yeah,
college
bro.
for. Oh my! You
Hey,
can go to
have you ever,
college for parties without being in
Sarah, have you ever heard of
college.
the 90-90 rule? The 90-90-90 rule?
What in the
Me
90s?
or
So it's a forex term in investment banking where 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. That's the forex market.
God, that is horrible.
Nice one.
Those
It
are the
still doesn't change.
stats.
It still
Those are the
doesn't change the
stats.
fact that
Yeah, I
fundamentals.
think forex trading has probably created the most amount of homelessness in the world
Yeah.
That and
out of
drugs.
anything
I
else.
mean,
Mhm.
bro. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm
I like how you
so
hopped into forex, like you can find an edge in that. That's hilarious.
That's like the
bro.
worst market on earth.
It
You've
is.
yet to lay
Unless you're
one.
a
You've
person
yet to
like
lay one argument, bro.
Okay.
internally like in a position of power in the government that can influence markets, then you should not do anything
I
pertaining
mean,
to
you gotta really
forex.
understand how governments work if you're gonna be
Yeah,
in that
Dion, you've
business.
yet to lay an
Yeah.
argument for it. You've
I'm
just
telling.
said because there's a liquid market. This still doesn't change the fact that the
Okay,
market
Sarah, I'll
fundamentals
give you
price
actually a
it
great
out.
example. I'll give you a great example of why Forex is like one of the worst things you could trade. Because with Forex, not only is it an ultra liquid market with the most precision level pricing on earth, billions of dollars in infrastructure to pricing things correctly, everyone on the face of the planet trying to trade this stuff, you also have different governments that control their currencies that can any day wake up and change something about their currency that can move it in a way that you can never predict that will destroy you in a million different ways that you have no
Yeah,
idea
that would just
about.
be news, my bro.
No, you're using leverage too. You would get destroyed.
Yeah, it like moves like 0.3% and you get demolished.
You get absolutely slaughtered
It
in that.
still doesn't change the fact that you can find a fucking edge, bro.
No,
No,
you
I mean
cannot.
the leverage doesn't matter, but the
Oh,
again
this is frying me,
the
bro.
liquidity of the market. The liquidity of the market is what makes price discovery the most challenging, Sarah. And unlike equities, like forex is obviously pairs, so there's no like underlying assumption that the asset's going up in price.
Correct.
Forex has
Value.
no assumption of that whatsoever, and
Okay,
so
but
it
Scott,
becomes like the most quantitative, and also like he was saying, like it's really the price movement is obviously just like based on sovereignty's decisions, which you're not privy to. So again,
Yeah.
it's like asymmetrical information, meaning latency, like dictates the entire thing,
Even
and you don't have $1 billion worth of
yeah.
infrastructure to trade on. So
And here's the other
Or
problem
pretty
insider
too.
simple.
information.
Here's the other problem too is like there's no quantitative anything or data or anything you can analyze with hindsight that will tell you what interest rates will be tomorrow, period.
Yeah.
And that affects
no,
Also,
but
currency
like,
pairs.
you see raw
100%.
market. Wait, you can see raw market buys and sellers, bro. That
You
doesn't
can't
oh my
like.
God, Sarah,
Doesn't tell
that's
you
not that's what he
anything.
just said.
I
That's not the markets or sellers you have to worry about. You have
Yeah,
to
you
worry
just
about the
ignored what he said.
government. Yeah, you
I
have to
know,
worry
but
about the
I mean,
government waking up tomorrow and saying, "Hey, we're gonna jack up our interest rates or we're gonna
Correct.
lower them."
That
oh my
affects
days, so
the
that would be
That
news, bro. This wouldn't change the fact there's an
news gets
edge.
priced right away, bro.
Okay, what edges do you have right now?
Yeah,
You talking
once.
about edges?
You
Bro,
predicting
I'm
interest
gonna
rates is
I'm gonna
not.
Edge would just be me
I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this and just gonna be titled "18-year-old can't stop edging," and that's just the title. It's gonna be. I
What?
can't. He doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to drop the idea that he has an edge, dude. You don't have an
Oh
edge.
my,
I'm
wait, give me
sorry.
big hand, bro. Give me
He
big
actually
hand.
is edging. He is
Give me
edging
big
at this
hand.
point.
And I'll
Wait, but
fucking
Tiki,
kick
should
my
we
eye.
move on? It seems like they're like pretty good
The edge
candidates in the
in
guest request.
forex is actually
Yeah,
hilarious.
but I have to end the live stream.
You know
Right,
it's
right.
bad when literally the Fed can't even determine their own interest rates. That's when you know it's bad.
Yeah.
You've
We'll
yet
have to end the live stream soon, but this was hilarious.
I mean, Sarah, I know you have not made 200K. So you just be honest.
I
You don't
never
have to lie.
fucking said that. Yo, this guy's
No,
ears.
he said he was
Sarah,
hoping
You
My man's got
hoping and
billions
dreaming
in,
to
bro.
make 400K.
It's
But
not
he
going to
had,
happen in that business.
but he had,
Thank you
he
for
had
the
four
hard
hundred
name.
dollars in his broker's account.
Oh
That's
my days! Oh, you lot are deaf, bro. You're
that's
rage
what
baiting.
she,
Zara,
Guys,
that's
Zara,
what
guys,
she
you
that's
keep
how
said.
changing your
You're rage
story,
baiting.
bro.
I
guys.
promise you, the chat heard it. Everyone in this live
Let
heard
the
it.
host
Fucking
You
let the
said you
host
had
talk.
$400 in your account. And, no, first you
But
said you
also,
were
Yo,
expecting to make
wait,
200K.
guys, settle down for a moment. Guys, settle down for a moment. I was
Yeah.
gonna say also, Sarah. Also, Sarah claimed he didn't claim that he made 200K. He claimed that he was going to make 200K.
Okay.
So it's
trust
an
me.
so it's an aspirational salary. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know, you
yeah.
just wake up one day and just decide like, hey guys, I just decided today and this year I'm gonna make $700,000.
Just
Wake up
don't
tomorrow.
don't
I'll
buy
be
a
on the
trading
road
course,
for
Zara,
a
before you get
minute.
scammed. Just don't buy a trading course. I promise you,
I'm
you're
not
gonna
buying
get
no
scammed.
trading course, bro.
Oh,
I
you're
think
gonna
I'm
teach
teaching
yourself?
myself.
Oh my gosh.
No, talk.
You
No,
should
no,
create a
mate.
course.
You're just
Actually, I
like
might. Yeah.
you're just an
Guys,
average
I'm
retail
gonna sell a
trader.
course. Guys,
I'm
I'm
a
gonna
course
sell a
guy.
new course. It's gonna be called the Jurassic Park Trading Strategy. I'm gonna teach you guys how to spot stegosauruses and pterodactyls to know when to short and long the market.
I'm
Hilarious.
selling a counter course, and it's going to be called edging. I keep it simple.
Oh my god, suck your mum, bro.
That is
Suck your
actually
fucking
so
mum.
funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey, you should document your journey, Sarah.
You know what, should
The
I?
Edge Master teaches you how to edge correctly.
What yeah, we'll get Sarah to do like a documentary, and then when he gets his margin call, we'll just end it there.
Bro, I fucking hate you lot.
That'd be incredible.
When you get that
Sarah,
margin call, I'll be like, what's that? I never learned
Sarah,
this. I
I've never
taught
seen a
myself.
fucking margin
Sarah,
call in my life, bro.
Sarah,
What you take me for?
Sarah,
HST.
please, Sarah, please, for the love of God, please go to college and study something
No,
that'll
bro.
get
I'm
you a
gonna
nice
go.
job so you can have a good life
I have a.
instead of like
Oh
doing
my
this.
days, bro. I already been making money. I'm only going to college if I want some bitches on my dick, bro.
Bro, you
You
literally are
can get that
18.
outside of college, my guy. You can get that outside of
Nah,
college too.
nah, nah. Not on this. Not on the extent. Not on the extent.
You're
Wait,
18.
you can get women outside of college. Just use Tinder or something. I don't.
Wait,
Nah,
so
Nobody's
guys, he's
in wherever you're
18,
from.
so he has less than 1 year trading experience. That's
Right.
no,
embarrassing.
but I've been doing it since I was like 14, bro.
You can't trade when you're 14.
Yeah, no, you don't. You can still trade, but you can't trade like a live account.
Oh, so you're paper trading, so that's the same
Yeah, I was
thing?
paper trading when I was 14. I started like actual trading when I was
Monopoly
18.
money.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Monopoly
That's
money
where the
when I was
That's a whole
400K
lot
came
of
from, I think.
that is a whole lot of edging, Sarah.
Oh my days, bro. Who is this guy?
Bro, paper trading is not the same at all, remotely at all.
I know Dayon, but I know.
You don't have a year of experience in trading, and I'm just please, bro. We're trying to look out for you. Just stop, bro. Just stop what you're doing before you
I've
blow
already
up.
made my money from it, bro. What
You're
are you
gonna
talking
blow
about?
up and
Okay.
lose it all, still, bro. You're
No,
literally
And Sarah,
leveraged.
we're not here against you. I know we're like joking around in here, but we really want you to succeed. If we wanted you to fail, the worst thing to tell you right now is you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't stop.
Bro,
Don't go to college.
I've been
That will guarantee
succeeding.
you to fail.
I've been succeeding. Yo, if I
Sarah,
fail, yeah, I'm
Sarah,
trying to.
Sarah,
Genuinely,
respectfully,
yo,
Sarah, respectfully, you're 18. You haven't even had a chance to fail or succeed yet.
yeah,
You haven't
failed
even
plenty of
started.
times, bro.
You're at the start. You're saying I own everything in Monopoly. How does that make any sense?
Bro, I know trade no fucking Monopoly money.
You said you paper traded at
Yeah, I
14.
paper traded when I was 14, bro.
That's Monopoly money. It's fake.
Yeah, when I was 14.
Okay, that's not real money. So what's your
I
point?
know, when I was 14. Yo, this guy's got guns in his ear, I swear to God.
Also, Alex, you wanted to join? How old are you, Alex?
Hello. Hi. Hello. Can you hear me?
The hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you, but we can hear everything else too.
Oh, sorry about it. And I don't have an American accent though, but I want to share. I wanted to share a thought. I agree with most of you what you said, as well as I agree with the people who has experience with trading. My idea is, could it be a spectrum? We have on the very corner, let's say, portfolio investment, and then we have entrepreneurship, starting a business, and then we have day trading of stocks, then day trading of gold, then day trading of, let's say, something like Forex, then the other extreme, day trading of, let's say, Bitcoin, right? So that's my expectation. We have very high risk reward ratio in the other corner. So I think it's a spectrum. I think edge does exist in Forex and Bitcoin market. Even don't someone who has studied it really well with technical analysis have that edge or the knowledge? I think there's a point there, guys. I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. Am I correct with that?
No. Not with Bitcoin, day trade Bitcoin and Forex, not at all.
Yeah. Bitcoin doesn't. I don't know what you mean by Bitcoin, because Bitcoin objectively has no real value. So what are you even predicting at that point? It's just sentiment of buyers and sellers. There's no value to Bitcoin.
Yeah, I agree. My point is, couldn't be in a spectrum as such. So I know it's very extreme uncertainty in there, but still.
That's called gambling then, if there's uncertainty.
I mean, hey, you can love gambling. I mean, there's a lot of people who love gambling. That doesn't mean that, when they roll the dice, they're rolling it better than someone else.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. The corner spectrum, I would put the gambling, but I think it's a little bit slightly above the gambling, I would say, Forex, and then above and above. So my spectrum is my point. Like, you have the entrepreneurship and portfolio trading here, then you have the day trading. Stocks here, they are slightly different. Day trading of Forex is very uncertain, like you said, hundreds of factors. So I think it's a spectrum. So if you look at it in a spectrum, probably these traders, they're doing sort of something like gambling, but they do have something more than gambling, because they have some kind of a trading strategy, sentiment of Fibonacci or whatever, I just feel still they have a point there, because they have actually made money, they claim,
They claim a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, you can claim anything. I mean, look, I worked in my university's college fund. Like, I can claim I managed over $3 million. Like, it doesn't mean anything. And I did manage over $3 million. Like, but it doesn't really mean much without context. Like,
Thanks, guys, because I just wanted to make the point, and I agree with you all, because there are a lot of academic research done on stock market, day trading, and Bitcoin, and they have arrived at the same conclusion you guys are saying. There's no edge, but I just wanted to make a point. Is there something really works? Because there are lots of traders making this claim on TikTok and everywhere, you see. So I'm just wondering if there's a truth in it. I'm also an academic, so
no,
thanks,
it's
guys.
mainly a scam. It's mostly they're just trying to make you to buy their stuff that they're selling. That's how they make their money, really.
There's people who actually have an edge though, who are trading and they're not selling a course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I didn't sell a course.
Yeah. How old are you,
I'm
Josh?
18.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been listening to everybody in the panel, and I don't mean to sound like a know-it-all, but these arguments are very baseless, because there's a difference between a strategy. Like, you guys were talking about interest rates. There's people like me who we just get on the 15-minute, the 1-minute time frame, and we can see by what the candles are doing, and that small... What?
There's a name for you guys. Do you know what your name for you guys is?
Jurassic Park?
What do you mean?
No, the name for you guys is Degenerate Gamblers. That's what the name is.
I can't agree with that.
It's gambling, because you're basically doing everything with a
Degenerate
hindsight.
gambling, by the way. Degenerate.
You're trading with a hindsight. You're not trading. You don't know why.
It's
those
not a
candles are-
hindsight, though. It really
It
isn't.
is, because
You
you're
know
looking
how
at the
close we
candles.
adjust for our risk. And by the way, I
Wait, How do you
traded.
quantify risk? I'm just curious how do you quantify risk?
All these terms you guys are talking about, we don't even do any of this.
Like
That's the
statistics, just
problem.
basic. You don't use basic statistics.
No, I'm an
Okay.
unconditional
Interesting.
trader.
So gambler.
No, it isn't, because you guys literally haven't. Okay, so first of all,
Betting the slot machine.
I don't. Okay, you could argue that with stocks, but I don't trade stocks.
You trade. Let me guess. You trade Forex.
Futures?
No, I trade perpetual futures.
And you use 15-minute candlesticks to trade.
Not just 15-minute candlesticks. All I'm saying is we get in trades, we're in and we're out. I
What do you mean
wouldn't even call
perpetual?
it day trading.
What do you mean perpetual futures?
We trade perpetual futures on cryptocurrencies.
That's gambling.
It is not gambling. I'm
Perpetual
sorry, it's
futures.
not
What?
gambling.
How do you know what Bitcoin's any cryptocurrency is gonna do in 15 freaking minutes? That's gambling.
You can literally
Yeah, there's
look at
no
the
way to
candles and
predict
know what
that.
it's gonna do. Bro, there's no way you got
I'm
there's
being
no
for
way.
real.
So you look at so you look at a bunch of candlesticks which just tell you what the price is at a time, and you use that to try to predict the future?
You're not
Correct.
predicting the future, you're watching the candles tell you a story.
Right.
There-
You're buying.
Jurassic Park. Wait, did they tell you did they tell you the story of Jurassic Park or The Land Before Time?
Do they tell you the like what's gonna happen? Is it
Bro,
gonna tell
you guys are actually trolls. Like, there's
No,
no
we're
way.
not.
I'm more mature
I promise.
as an 18-year-old. You guys should actually know what you're talking about.
I'm
you can-
I made
What
millions of
story?
dollars in
Just
wealth
Yeah, I don't
management.
care because there's a lot of people who have made millions of dollars. But the thing is, there's a difference between people who I know what you're talking about. I know what you did, but there's a difference between that, and you have no idea what I do.
I know
but
exactly
what
what you
story? Can
did.
you
No,
just
you
describe
don't
the
though, because
story?
bro.
Can you tell us the story?
Let me guess. Coupled handle, triple top. Those are the type of ways he trades.
Nope.
He uses SMA, uses 20 moving average,
Bro,
RSI,
okay, there's a lot of
MACD.
things that go into it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Josh, you know what alpha and beta are?
yes.
Okay, what's alpha?
In what terms? You talking about market or the fucking
Just
Well,
the
no
formula.
shit. We're talking about the
Just the
market.
formula.
you're
In
talking
finance,
alpha
yeah.
as in information?
No, the formula. Like, how do you know your alpha of your portfolio or your trades?
Bro, okay, first of all, I haven't even been able to explain what I do
You
because
can
You
I
do.
just
don't
said you knew
trade
what
like
alpha
any
was.
way.
I was just
Anybody who's been up on this panel, I don't trade like them. All you guys
It
are talking
doesn't
about
matter how you
statistical edge.
trade.
You don't need any of that.
You don't need an edge.
No, bro.
You don't need an advantage to trading. You don't
Okay,
need to
so
make money trading.
ICT, for example, right? People who trade ICT, they wait for certain confluences to enter a trade. The way I trade, I don't wait for those.
Confluences.
Guys, we got to wait for the correction before we buy, right?
It's true. Yeah,
I
confluences.
just
Okay,
told
yeah,
you that I
but
don't
Josh,
trade.
how do you know, like, in your mind, how are you like, okay, I've been trading, I've been making money. How do you know that you have like some edge on the market versus just going into a casino and getting lucky a number of times?
Right.
How do you differentiate that in your mind?
Because I don't trade in an edge way. You don't need that.
In an
You
edge way?
okay? Listen, I have
What the
okay.
fuck is
Just
going
listen for a
on?
second.
All right, we'll listen. We'll listen.
I have 3 monitors that I trade with. 3 monitors.
You gotta clip this, Tiki. You have to clip this. You have
Okay, listen, because
Clip
I'm
it
gonna
right now.
explain
Wait.
this shit.
Look, Josh, before you explain, please, I just want one question. If you had 4 monitors, would that make it better? Just a question.
For honestly, yes.
Please explain now. Please explain now. I'm
Okay,
gonna shut
okay.
up. I'm gonna mute myself. Matter of fact, here, I will literally mute myself. Please go ahead.
All right. I have 3 monitors, okay? I have the list of cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin moves a certain way. Everybody's going to say this shit, right? And they tell you, "Oh, if Bitcoin goes up or pushes up on it doesn't even matter 1 minute, 3 minute, it doesn't matter." So price moves up, right? All the other cryptocurrencies, your main altcoins, they will also push up but at a higher rate of percentage, okay? So there is a slight imbalance in there, which means whenever Bitcoin pulls up, the altcoins will be ahead. So and I don't trade ICT, so let me just explain this. People who trade ICT, they wait for certain levels to get hit and certain fair value gaps and inverses, yada yada, right? The actual structure that is being built, you move up and down your 1 minute candles, right? You move up and down. And when bro, I'm trying to be serious here. What I'm watching for, and I don't use a whole bunch of indicators. All you need is your stochastic RSI, all right? And your 50, your 100, and your 200 EMA on higher time frames. You're trading your altcoin on a lower time frame. You have Bitcoin on your higher time frame, so you know where the higher levels are. And before anybody says anything, you need to go back and look at this for yourself, because on the chart, the patterns they move the same way. They come up, they hit a level, they reject, or they pull through. You use buy and sell stops above, and you instantly push your stop. Okay, so your losses are very minimal. That's why I don't need an edge. All I'm doing is I'm waiting for certain key levels to be hit, and I take the trade. And you can take it multiple ways, but the candles, they will tell you. And I wish I could explain it better. And I'll make a whole video and post it, but if I need to. But the candles on the 1 minute, they move in a certain way, and you can just scalp that. That's all I do. I don't day trade. I scalp the moves on the market, and they build up. They take time to build up. Okay, that's all I do.
Bro, just real quick. This is why I'm actually going to sell a course called Edging, because like you don't understand what an edge is, I don't think.
Okay, no, hold up. But so Josh, you're the candle whisperer. You can like read the candles better than everyone? Like, because
I'm
I
not saying
understand what
no.
you.
Anybody can learn what I do. It's not even that complicated.
So why are there
So if
not?
everyone can learn what you do and it works, why wouldn't everyone do it and just
Because
make
it takes a whole bunch of time to work, or I'm sorry, it takes a whole bunch of time to learn because I'm watching 6 different chains move at the same time, okay? And you have to know, listen, you have to know what's happening everywhere because there's levels from way back and there's more that goes into it. What is happening in the market? I watched the S&P 500 the same time that I trade, and based off how it's reacting, that is all I use to take a trade, and it makes sense. You guys can clown me all you want, but there are thousands of people just like me who make money every single day, and I trade on 20x leverage. I have all my trades.
You're gonna blow up.
Oh my god, bro.
Wait, Josh, did you say 20x leverage?
Yes, it's crypto perpetual. It's the same thing.
You're gonna blow up.
I've been trading for over a year and I haven't blown up. So that's
Gosh, bro.
Josh, just for 1 second. You realize if it moves even 5% against you, 100% of your account is gone.
I don't let it do that at all. You don't control Bitcoin, bro. It can do it at once. You guys obviously don't understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm not trying to be a dumbass.
I get that, Josh, but I don't think Josh, you set yourself with you douse yourself with gasoline and you're like, I'm gonna smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, that's what that is in financial terms.
Yeah, like
okay, you guys were just clowning the other kid for having no capital. So all I'm trying to explain is the crypto market is better for us younger people because you can take.
Yeah, but Josh, the difference between the other kid is he has no money. Whatever he's making doesn't matter. But you're like literally doused in gasoline. The other kid just like walking around is like, I'm gonna turn $1. I'm gonna 500x my dollar. It's like you made $500. Cool. You're walking around doused in gasoline. Like,
I'm sorry. What billionaire trader uses stop losses on the 1 minute time frame? Okay, first of all, I still need to get to that. Okay, I only risk 10% of the entire margin that's in my account. Okay, I use that 10% on 20x. The problem is what people do is they switch up their leverage, and you can't do that. It has to be the same amount because when you're trading certain position sizes a day, you can't do more the next day because then if you lose that, you're losing more than your average. Okay, so you guys already know what win rate is. Okay, somebody could have a 60% win rate and they're still profitable because the times that they're losing are so much fractionally smaller than the times that they're winning. Okay. And if you get on the 1 minute, there are people who have mastered the 1 minute. I've done it.
That's such cap.
That is not cap. I'm sorry. I will die on that hill. There's no way you're gonna say that.
That's ridiculous.
Josh, let me just ask you this. You realize on the 1 minute, if there's any sort of information out there that can predict the price, you would have to be.
You don't need to predict the price. You just get in with the
AI.
momentum swing and you trail behind you. Once the move is exhausted, you're already out.
You're
Again, Josh, all you're describing is still trying to predict the future. Literally, it's still predictive.
But
It's
it
not
doesn't
predictive,
work
it's
that way,
nothing.
though. You can watch the candles literally build up. You can literally tell before it goes up.
You think candlesticks are an art? Is what you believe?
I'm not gonna fall for the keyword phrases. I'm just saying.
No, that's what you're saying. You said you read the candle.
But the problem is, so I've been trading on 20x leverage for a year. I would have blown up by now, according to your logic, if it didn't work.
No, you can still blow up later.
No,
You can
it's
blow up any
impossible.
day.
It is impossible to blow up. You're risking 10% of your account. And I get what you're saying with if it moved 5%, but you don't ever let it go
10% of
anywhere
your
near
entire
that.
account?
I don't need that. I can work within a 0.15% of an area. That is how tight I get into my trades.
Holy crap.
But again, then you're just competing with HFTs. Like you're competing in the worst type of competition because it
That
all
is
becomes
literally
late.
not true. This is
You're
the
trying to-
problem.
God,
This is
why
why
it
so
becomes
many
latency
people
at that
clown on
point?
crypto because they think of crypto as some degenerate playing field.
I guess I forget you're trading like meme coins. I guess
It's not meme coins. It is altcoins, and they move a little bit more volatile than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin still moves in a stable
would
way.
you-
Think of it as your S&P
No,
500.
Bitcoin doesn't move stable at all. What are you
Yes,
talking
it does.
about?
It's not stable.
It literally does.
No, it's not. It's literally down 50% from its highs.
Yeah,
just a
no
couple months.
shit. You can't fucking hold it on the whole way down.
How
But
is it
what I'm
stable
talking
then?
about, it's stable in a sense of on an average day, it moves in waves. What?
You have your
Bro,
daily
what
high
do
and your
you
daily
hear
low, and
yourself?
That's every
That's an ocean.
financial product.
yeah. So what is the problem with the way that I'm
So
trading?
It
is every
moves in
financial
waves.
product stable then? With your logic, no.
It's I'm not arguing in a sense of stable. I'm saying
You did
it's
say it's stable though.
because I trade
Yeah.
altcoins, which are more volatile than Bitcoin, and on 20x leverage, only risking 10% of your
Why?
account can
Okay.
make you a
Why?
shitload of money.
You're risking your whole account though. That's the problem.
I'm no, I'm not. I'm not risking my whole account.
Okay, so you're
You're
using
risking
20.
10% of your account a
Okay,
trade,
this
right?
this is the
crazy.
leverage is only amplifying the position value. It isn't,
I understand. And did you say you're risking 10%?
but the percentage is still the same because if I went into
Yeah,
a
10%
position
of
with
your
listen,
account.
if I went into a
understand.
position with $50,000 and it went up 1%, I make $500. If I use
I know.
$1,000 of margin on 50x leverage, the same total position size is still $50,000. It
I thought
works
you
the
had
same
said
way.
you.
Yeah, this is Gamblers Anonymous.
This is crazy. So you're basically trading something that's more volatile than Bitcoin with 20x leverage.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you
Every
just
single day,
Why?
multiple times a day, and
So
thousands of other people do it, and we do not blow up.
they do blow up statistically.
No, they
Look at
don't.
the
They,
data.
bro, the statistics are fucking bullshit. I'm sorry, they're
Really?
The
bullshit. The
numbers are not
99%
real.
of people who fail in trading, they give up. They don't know what they're doing, and they shouldn't be
So
categorized in that.
99% of people then?
Like, you guys are arguing for people that don't know what they're talking about.
You're gambling with steroids, bro. That's what you're doing.
Wait, Josh, but you don't know what alpha and beta are. You don't know what you're talking about. Respectfully.
Honestly, this whole all I came up here to say is the crypto market moves differently. You don't need to predict where the price is going to go. You can know when a
So then
when
why
a
have a
certain
position on it then?
If you can't predict the price, it's pointless. It's literally pointless.
it's
It's a
not
waste of
pointless
time.
because
If you
the
can't
bro.
predict the price, you're
Wait,
gambling
Josh, the
100%.
price either goes up and down, right?
Yes, and you short and you long based off of
Right.
those
So you would
momentum
have to
swings.
have some conviction
Momentum
about
swings.
the
Oh
future
my
Yes, and you
price,
can literally
correct?
tell what it's gonna do.
No, you can't. So you're
Yes, you
predicting the
can.
future.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
You're
That's a good
predicting the
point.
future,
I'm
but you can't.
literally just scalping, and I don't, bro.
Gambling. It's gambling.
It's not gambling.
Scalping
It is
is
very far from
scalping
gambling.
is like
You
short,
realize I
short,
even have
short.
a whole strategy on top of that. A lot
To
of
be
the money.
fair, I'm telling you, again, I'm not positive about this because maybe Josh is a wizard or something, but it's way worse than gambling. Like his expected value
Oh, actually,
with like a 1 minute candle strategy is like way worse than gambling. You
Skoto,
should
I will literally hop on a call with you and take my time alone, just you on a call to show you what I do. I'm being so serious.
We don't want to gamble.
I
Bro,
mean,
listen, I get that you've made 2
you
million, but I've met a lot of
Josh,
guys like you who
there's
have what?
there's an organization that would love to hear you out. It's called GA. You can give them a call and they'll have like a meeting. You can meet with a bunch of people and they would love to hear about your strategy. Would you be interested in that?
Honestly, I would. Yeah.
Do you know what GA stands for?
No.
right.
Gamblers
I
Anonymous.
feel like we're being mean. Okay, Josh, honestly though, like, okay, this is,
This is
I
so
don't,
dumb.
I'm not making a living based on 1 minute candles, but I make a living off an intraday strategy. And so like, I would absolutely take you up on that. But if it actually works, you should never want to share that strategy with me.
Yeah,
If that
well,
makes
I
sense.
understand that, but I'm just I don't gatekeep shit. But
Well,
let
you
me tell you
should.
this, to be on some mature shit, I went into the crypto market because it has far greater returns, and we all know that a kid is never going to make it anywhere scalping stocks all day. All right, let's be realistic on that.
You're not going to make anywhere scalping.
Yeah, well,
cryptocurrencies.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. I've lost my
Why not
money
just
when I
okay.
first started. You know, you come into the market,
But
you
you-
think you're the shit, you lose your money. I did not
But you're 18. How long have you been doing this for?
since I was 13.
No, you
With
haven't.
money.
What do you mean?
You haven't been you've been trading with money since you were 13?
Yes.
That's a lie.
You know it's not. You're legally allowed. If your parent opens an account for you, you can legally trade.
So
Look
your
it up.
parents
But
let
how
you
much-
gamble at 13?
It isn't gambling, bro. Dude,
Oh
you're
my
you're
God.
you're the guy coming in here saying you've made 2 million. I've met multiple
This is a
people like you who
5-year
have
gambling
claimed
addiction
that.
is insane.
But you're
A
clowning
5-year
everybody else
gambling
on something you
addiction?
quite frankly have no idea what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I know 100%.
I'm sorry. I
Really?
can be
So even
Josh,
though I've been trading longer than you, and I've been investing longer than you, and I've
just
been
said.
and I've
And
made more
that's
money
great.
than
All
you.
I'm saying is cryptocurrency works a different way, and the market moves in a certain way every single day. And you don't have
Yeah,
to.
it goes up and down, just like every other market.
Josh,
Well, there's more to it,
Josh.
is what I'm trying to say.
No, it's not. It's all
No,
about
Josh.
price. at
Yeah,
the
there
end of the day.
definitely is.
Wait. Can I say something? Josh, are you gonna go to college?
No.
Oh my gosh, go
Okay,
to
Josh.
college.
You know what you need? Josh, this is a 5-year long gambling addiction. You need help, and you need to go to college.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How much does the average person, statistically, since we're all about that, how much does the average person make who graduates from college?
I think it's like an
Which
extra
degree?
million throughout their
Or
lifetime.
I'll tell you. Yeah, it's 3 to 4 million on average.
No,
their
no,
lifetime.
I'm
3 to
talking
4
about a
million.
year, because that's what matters. Their
And it's
yearly
like
salary.
it's
It would vary.
okay. Can I explain it? Like what matters is what are you going to make if you don't go, and what are you going to make if you do go. Lifetime earnings. That's what matters.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
So let me explain a little bit more about myself. I also do own a business, and I also work on other startups as well. So I don't just day
And
trade.
you
I
have
also do
a
social
family
media
business?
management, marketing. I do a whole bunch of stuff.
Are you selling your courses?
I don't sell any courses.
Yeah, you're still
Okay.
better off statistically if you go to school.
Well,
do all that
to
and
be
go to
honest,
crypto.
if I went to school for the industry that I'm in, it wouldn't make sense.
Which
Why?
one?
I work in the entertainment industry and marketing, that sorts of things.
Marketing is. You can do great. You can get a marketing degree.
I went to marketing classes. They all, and to be on a completely humble basis, they didn't teach me anything that I know. So, and you can look this up on Google. I've ran a whole bunch of social media accounts. I've worked with many influencers. I probably know more about marketing and stuff like that than any of these colleges teach people, because whenever I work with people who have marketing degrees, they're nowhere on the level that I'm at. And I've spent years doing the stuff that I'm doing, literally years.
You're 18 though.
You're 18 though. Yeah, there's people who like 30 who have done what you've been doing for much longer.
Well, I don't know. It's probably just a Gen Z thing, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, but I mean, Josh, like to be fair, if you're not selling a course or whatever and you're making money, and which I guess I assume it's a pretty illiquid market, like maybe you do have an edge. So, like, I'm not.
But there's no. Yeah, but
I redact
but
my
the issue-
hating, even if.
My point is just that the crypto market, it is volatile, but if you do it the right way, pairing a couple things together,
Why would you
you
use
can
leverage?
take trades based on the moment. You can literally see on the 1 minute when a series of green candles are about to go, and all I want is that move. It doesn't matter if it's 0.3%, 0.5%. When you're on 20x leverage, it expands, and because I have good risk management, you can't blow up. And we all know if you have a good enough win rate, you're
I guess, Josh,
profitable.
the point is like if you made a bunch of money doing it and you're not really even able to articulate sort of how in your mind you should just like mathematically justify whether your strategy works or not, which really should just come down to like, am I making money outside of what the market of these coins are actually doing, which is like alpha. And so like if you're not able to really like think through that and like justify it in your head, like I would most likely like I would just take those because those markets are going to become more and more efficient. So like I would take all that profit and do. It sounds like you're like got other business interests. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
just take that and put it in those
I was
business
going to
logical
explain that
solution.
all the money that I make off of this stuff, a lot of it is being reinvested into my business. And I'm also, I've been learning a lot about indexes primarily. I will say I'm not a fan of indexes because the returns that they give are just not enough for me, to be completely honest.
You're
Because you're a
young
gambler.
though.
No.
You're a
It's all about
gambler.
the risk. It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
it's the
yeah, and I understand the
risk-adjusted
risk, and that's
return.
what I'm talking about, like building an actual stable portfolio, which is why I was, looking into them. You can also swing trade stocks as well, which I'm huge into. So I take a lot of the money that I make and I make more slower but more guaranteed returns on it, if that makes sense.
You're a gambler.
Doesn't make sense.
That it
This
literally
is
doesn't
Josh.
make
This is the
sense.
point Josh. This is the point that I was saying that you have a gambling addiction that you need to address before it destroys your life. Like this isn't
Honestly,
something that,
dude, I think you're just trolling because
No,
you know
look,
nothing
bro.
about me. You probably think I'm like every 18-year-old, and you can literally Google
you
me.
said
Like,
you were
this is-
gambling since you were 13.
That isn't gambling. I've just been learning. Did I say I was profitable since 13?
Here's the problem, right? You're saying this is the problem. You're buying a security, you're buying a product, you're buying Bitcoin, you're buying cryptocurrencies. You literally said yourself you don't know what the price is going to do, but yet you're buying and selling them.
Because the
That's
way you
gambling.
worded it is what I said.
You said you don't know.
You still have no idea how I trade, and I've been
You're not-
trying to explain it.
You're not. You said that you don't even know what the price is going to do, but you're buying these securities. That's insane.
I mean, you can mark
With
out certain
20x
levels that price is
leverage.
likely to go to, but I don't need it to go to that price to make money. I'm not trading options.
You're gambling if you don't know what you're buying.
I don't need to know. What do you mean? I just need to.
You're
I
buying.
get in and the price moves up and I trail my stop
That's
behind me. That's
literally
all I care about.
gambling. That's
I
gambling.
also don't trade in risk to reward because I don't trade like most people where I enter a trade and I let it run and draw down against me before it ultimately pulls up to where I think it's going to go. I don't trade that way. That's
You
what I've been
do
trying to
because you
explain
use
this whole
stop
time.
losses. You do. You use stop losses.
But it doesn't work in the way that you think. Like all these
You're
kids on
very.
TikTok are
You're
posting a
very.
video
No,
of them.
no, no. You're very
Bro.
young, and you're trying to find a way. What you want is the highest return possible. You're gambling. You're not looking at risk at all.
Right.
That is far from the opposite because I'm not even, bro. You don't even. Oh my god.
No, you want the highest return possible. You're trading 20 leveraged crypto that's more
That
volatile
isn't
than
even a
Bitcoin.
lot. You realize 20x leverage in the crypto altcoin market is not a lot, right?
That's
20x is not a
insane.
lot.
That's
No, it's
insane.
not because
I used
Josh,
I
That's
used
insane.
200x when I was trading Solana leverage on perpetuals. Got smoked.
I honestly, I bet you, I could probably make it work for you. Not on 200x, but
Well, I was
Solana's a
just
great
I was
coin to
just
trade.
This
just
is
fucking
an
with it.
addiction for real.
this is what I've been saying. See, I've been validated by everything you guys have said so far. And nice place, Josh. Like, Josh, this is a gambling addiction.
Yeah, I would disagree.
I get that, but it
Every
is.
gambling addiction, yeah, that's what you would say. Yeah, if you have a gambling addiction. I disagree. My gambling addiction isn't real, but I
How
like
is
using
it
20x.
gambling?
Because you're not. The issue is you're buying a security. You don't even care what it is. You don't care. You don't even want to predict the direction it's going, but you're going to buy it based on a
Okay,
candle
and
stick.
if I'm making more money than a kid with a fucking degree, does it matter?
You're not.
It's gambling. It's gambling because more likely than not, the person that sold or bought that security from you is much likely, or more than likely, more informed than you are. And so,
Right.
like, the expected value of your strategy again is probably extremely negative.
Like I said, I'm an unconditional trader. So if you were,
what does that mean?
That doesn't say. I mean, it just means he's not trading based on any conditions or
Then that's
anything.
gambling.
No, I just
arbitrary.
adapt to what the market do. Honestly, this
gambling.
is why I said because
But
the
if
rest
you were
of the people
adapting
in
what the
here,
market was doing, then you would be still
the
trading
rest of
based
the
on
people in here are
conditions,
trolls. But Skoto, I would get on a call with you and show you what I do. I would be down for that. But everybody, honestly, the guy who said he made 2 million, I have already dealt with people like that. I'm sorry, but I get that I'm a younger, but the thing is, there's an actual strategy to perp trading altcoins, and there's a lot of people that do it, and it's just not very talked about, and that's all I'm trying to say.
It's oversaturated. You're
It's
gambling.
not over. It is far from oversaturated.
You just said a lot of people
The
do
whole
it.
reason why the market even moves is because of us traders.
Really? You think that's the only reason?
It's not the only reason, but it's definitely a reason.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
bro. Just
I will
stop
agree. There's
gambling.
I'm pretty sure there's extremely low volume in meme coins.
Josh?
So
I don't trade
would
meme
be-
coins though. There's a
Josh,
difference
this is the-
between meme coins and
Josh?
altcoins.
Josh, this is the best advice I can give you. Ban yourself from every casino and just email all the casinos in Las Vegas telling them that they ban you from gambling there because they can do that. Just please, dude. This is
Okay, first
bad.
of all, I own a self-funded record label. We're the first record label in the US to have a reserve of Cardano. I'm very active in the community. I'm literally followed by top crypto exchanges on Twitter. Like
That
I'm
means
not
nothing.
a fucking retard.
Follow
600
Didn't say it.
followers, though.
Dude, this is my fucking second
Can't
TikTok
say you never
account,
move.
okay? I don't. This is an old TikTok account that I posted some dumb videos on, okay? I have a whole LinkedIn and everything. Like, I promise you, I'm not a dumbass kid who's coming on here just saying some bullshit.
Great. Josh, you're 18. I'm sorry,
I
but like
get that
you're
I'm
18.
18, but respectfully, I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm just saying I know enough to make money. That's all that matters, no?
No, you're saying you know everything because you're telling us we're wrong and you're right. Even though we
No, that's
actually
not what I'm
lose
saying.
money.
I'm just saying
You
you're
don't
wrong
want
about
to acknowledge.
assuming that what I'm doing doesn't work.
You just don't want it. You don't want to acknowledge your gambling issue and have to remove it. But it just comes down to it because of what he said. Unfortunately, yeah, I removed them. Sorry.
Going blind is gambling. That is very true.
I just think he doesn't want to acknowledge that it's a gambling addiction.
Yeah, well, he says
By
that he
doing-
doesn't predict price, but he's buying and selling these securities. You're
Because he
basically-
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't need to predict price because he doesn't care about it. All he does is like it's a 20x leverage. If it goes into, he gets a rush out of it. If it doesn't, it also gives him a rush. It's like it just.
I was going to ask him a question, like, what happens if you lose 50% of your account? What percent are you going to need to return everything? You need to make 100%.
I removed them because you can't say a Pop-Tart on TikTok live, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Josh. It was not my choice, by the way, guys. I didn't choose to remove them, Josh. Sorry about that. But Josh, please, I'm serious when I say this. Like, dude, we don't want you to fail. You're dousing yourself in gasoline with 20x leverage and smoking cigarettes, acting like everything's gonna be okay just because you haven't blown up. Like, it's that dangerous.
It's a lot of the young guys that really, like, they think that there's a lot of pride. Like, for real. There's a lot of pride.
Yo,
Hey, R2D2, how old are you?
24.
Oh, perfect.
All right, I just want to go through your points here. So you say college is not a scam. I agree. I went to college. I've never taken a trading course. I've done it on my own. But you could also make the argument that there are reputable traders, not on TikTok, but they're selling the same thing a college is selling without a piece of paper at the end.
Colleges don't sell trading courses though.
One more time.
Colleges don't sell trading courses at all. What are you talking about?
I don't know, but they sell educational content.
Yeah, but there's different types of education.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about only day trading courses. We're not trading courses. We're not talking about all education.
So you're saying college is not a scam?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can you get educational content from a trading course that's not a college?
Not valuable content. Not anything that means anything.
What about Ray Dalio's? He has online courses.
Ray
There's
Dalio's not
Bloomberg.
trading.
Bloomberg.
Not trading. That's
He's an
literally not
investor.
trading.
He believes in diversity, like
Yeah, you
diversity.
can get Bloomberg certifications. Those are technically trading courses that are not from a college.
That's
No,
not
they're
day
not.
trading though. That's the pro. Like
Yeah,
it's day
You said
trading.
trading courses.
Okay, well, I think you meant day trading.
No, but hold up. But the Bloomberg one is not really a trading course. All the Bloomberg
Yeah, it's
certification is you know how to.
You can get them and you can post them on LinkedIn.
R2D2, please don't lie. I've taken a fucking Bloomberg trading
Go
course.
on.
It's not a trading course.
Well, there's market concepts and there's trading courses that teach you the basics.
That's what they do in college too, though.
Yeah, but those basics aren't like teaching you a strategy. It's not teaching you trading. It's just teaching you what like X, Y, and Z mean. That's not the same thing.
So an institutional college, they sell education as their product. They get accreditation because they give you a piece of paper with the name on it, signed by the dean at the end. So what's the difference
That's
between
not
that and
right.
an educational course? Another thing is you're arguing semantics about risk
not-
versus gambling.
Well, they get
not
accreditation, like namely because of the teachers.
Right. Also, wait, R2D2, you realize there's a difference between risk and gambling, right?
Yeah. Well, you're making
that's
a
not
bet on a
semantics.
future result. You get in
Hold
your
up,
car,
hold
you
up.
drive point A to B, you're making
Where
a
are you? No,
bet that
wait,
you'll get
don't.
to point B safely, but there's still a risk that you won't.
Oh my god, holy fuck, R2D2. If risk and gambling aren't the same thing, how is that semantics?
Risk and gambling? So separate them.
R2D2, you just said I'm arguing semantics because risk and gambling are the same thing. That's literally what you were just saying.
Can you gamble without risk?
Oh, I don't think you know there's a difference between risk and gambling, right?
Yeah. There are all the people in earlier were talking about edge, but I don't believe in edge. I believe in efficient market theory. There is no edge. You can get lucky, but
There's
Trading
no edge for
itself,
anyone.
day trading is not a scam. So would you consider
What?
passively buying and selling an index day trading?
Wait, hold
Hell
up,
no.
hold up. Let's take it back 1 second. You said you don't believe in an edge, but day trading isn't scam? How does
You
that make sense?
confused
Because
me.
if there's no edge, it means you can never make money day trading at all.
So what your definition of day trading is entering a trade and selling it the same day? I'm just trying to get the
Hold up, before we even go any further, you just said that you believe in efficient markets. You don't believe that there's any advantage, but then you
at
also
current
believe that
prices. You can have an assumption about a future price that isn't reflected in the current prices of the market. That's Warren Buffett's
so that
whole
would mean it's not
value.
efficient.
You can be a value investor. You can be a macro investor. You can trade vol.
Those
You
are
can
okay.
trade.
That's not trading though. Not true. Okay, R2D2. I don't think you're. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to have a conversation now because you're talking about something else now.
What
We're
am
not
I
talking about
talking about?
investing.
You can day trade vol. You can day trade commodities. You can day trade indexes. You can day trade anything that's futures products, options, bonds, anything. You can get in and out of them in a day. That's day trading. Is it not?
Yeah, that's not okay. But you're not quantifying that. You're not saying if they have like actual strategy or not. You're
Okay,
talking about people who do it with
okay, why is it a scam?
algorithms.
There's in any industry, sports, 99% will fail. That's why.
No. Hold up. Not every industry 99% fail, first and foremost. And secondly, it's 99% of people lose money, not just fail. They lose money,
Yeah,
not fail. Those are
look
two
at a
different
gym.
things.
People go to the gym doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. I mean, you got to be dedicated.
I don't know what you're trying to say, R2D2. I'm gonna be for real.
Why is
The
it? Why
problem
is
is
it a
there's too many
scam?
people who think that
Just because the majority of people lose money does not make it a scam.
you do realize the stuff that they're trading, it's against them. It's asymmetric and against them. Do you get that? Same thing
You're
as
making a
gambling.
broad accusation of all traders. There's like
A broad accusation? Accusation of what?
that it's not going to work for them. It will not work for most people. That's obvious, but it will work for some people.
It's the statistics, and I'm a trader, and it is the statistics. 99% do fail. Only 1% actually get
Yeah, I'm not
payouts.
arguing with that.
But that's what he's trying to say. So
That's
technically,
what
it's
I've been saying.
gambling
You've
for the
been arguing against
99%
that.
of everyone else, and he's saying that the trading courses are a
Right.
scam because most people are just gambling and they don't actually have the edge.
Okay, is college a scam? You want to look at
So
expected value of
college, so 1 second, college is giving you the opportunity to learn. It all comes to you. If you go there and just party, which 99% do, you're not going to do anything with college. You can
Oh,
get
I
a
went to
base
college.
Hold
degree,
up, hold
but
up,
I
Goomba.
went to UVA.
Goomba, stop for one second. Guys,
what's
stop
up?
for one
Sorry.
second so I can respond fully. No, it's okay, but like, hold up, let me respond. First and foremost, no, 99% of people at college don't fucking fail. Secondly, college has value. There is a value, expected value of a college degree that's positive.
Okay,
If
would
you
you
go
say
to
that
college,
has been diminishing over the last 2-3 decades?
is it positive? It's still a positive value. Yes, it's diminished, but it's still a positive value. You get that, right?
No, I agree. I went to college. I have a good job. But the thing
What are
that
you
I want to
arguing
get
then?
into is you're determining the difference between risk and gambling.
Yeah.
Is keeping your
You know
money
what
in
the
a savings
difference?
account at whatever 5% APY is that risk?
No, there's no risk to that.
Okay, what if the dollar loses its value? There's a risk. It has
That's
been
not how
losing its
risk is
value.
defined for investing. That's
Yeah,
not
it
how it's
is.
defined for investing. No, it's
Okay, how is
not.
it defined?
You define it based on the investment variance.
Okay, is holding a
Do you know what
dollar,
variance?
holding
Hold
a
up, R2D2.
currency, whether
Hold
you're
up,
holding,
R2D2. R2D2. Do you know what variance is?
yeah,
Really?
difference
So
in
why are
risk
you
assets.
difference in risky assets? That's not what variance is.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Define variance.
So, for example, if you hold
It's just like a formula.
QQQ or an index fund,
Well, it's
have
just like a
lower risk.
formula and math. It's like a math formula.
Okay, I don't
With a
know the
sum.
formula off the top of my head. So
It's
You don't know
essentially
what
just
it
like
is.
the summation, the average summation of, and this is, I don't know, mathematicians out there, if you're gonna, it's essentially the summation of, or the average summation of the difference in your returns in regard
so I
to
just
finance.
said, I just literally said that difference. I literally said that.
Just a difference of assets or difference
The
of risky
same,
assets.
the same meaning.
No, not even close. Just like your returns, so like what you make day to day or whatever, temporally, whatever. It's just the difference in that, or the average difference in that from the mean, I guess. I forget the exact equation, even though I asked you for it.
Okay.
Roughly what I just said.
Okay. Well, do you admit that? So everyone knows that it's hard to be profitable, but you can be profitable. That's
Okay. Yeah.
okay. So the difference in education, you can learn on your own or you can learn from somebody else. But what makes college not a scam is the piece of paper that you get at the end that you can show to future employers. But the knowledge itself, you can learn
R2D2, are
without a
you
college
arguing? Are
degree.
you arguing just to argue? Because this is R2D2. Are you just arguing to argue?
Well, what do you want? You want to ask me some questions or something? I traded myself, so.
Well, the point to come up
What do
is
you
to
trade?
debate about the topics.
That's what I just said. So trading courses are not a scam. Day trading is not a scam, and college is not a scam. But it's.
Say day trading courses aren't a scam.
I've never taken any personally, but if you learn valuable content, then why would it be a scam?
Because there's no valuable content in day trading courses.
Okay, so your definition of day trading is entering and exiting a trade in the same day, no matter what the asset is.
No, wrong.
What is it?
That's just wrong. It would be trading without a strategy. Day trading is like trading
Would you
intraday
rather be
trading without
lucky
a
or have a
strategy.
strategy? At the end of the day, you can trade whatever you want.
Okay, I'm just. You're not making a point.
I just made 3 points.
You're just preaching. You're not saying anything.
I've traded 0 DTE. You're going to say that's gambling, but you can have
That 0 DTE is the definition of gambling.
yeah, but you have the tightest. You can manage it the tightest versus a future versus a contract at 6 or whatever.
Do you understand what the
6,
0
4 weeks.
DTE? You do understand what the 0 DTE?
Yeah, you get a higher delta.
There is
You get a
absolutely
higher.
nothing.
Sometimes you want to be in high IV. Sometimes you want to have high delta. Sometimes you
Wait,
want to have.
wait, R2D2. Wait, R2D2. Did you say a 0 DTE has high delta?
It has the highest delta. $1 move in the underlying has the biggest difference in the price of the option.
Do you know what delta is, or
I just told you.
do you know what it also matters?
It's the correlation between the option and the move in the underlying asset.
Do you know what
I
delta
have an
tells you
accountant.
also?
What?
No, but do you know what delta tells you?
So the closer you are to expiry, the higher delta goes. If it's a whatever earnings player, you're pricing farther out, the delta is lower because there's more time.
You also realize that
How's it going,
high
Tiki?
delta that
I've been waiting for an hour to come up, bro.
okay.
Were you
Sorry about that.
on
There's a lot of
purpose
people.
or what, dude?
What? What do you say?
Did you purposely ignore me for a whole hour, bro?
Bro, we're
Okay,
not
someone
trying to
says
get
delta tells you the
like a
clearance of
questioning
order
thing here.
flow. That is not true. That's just not true.
Okay, yo, Tiki, can I ask you something?
Wait, also Tiki, you can always just take him down. If you want to keep the conversation going, Artie, whatever you want to do.
All right, no worries.
Tiki, can I ask you something, or are you guys still on the discussion about trading?
I guess you can go ahead.
Okay, it's a hypothetical. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, imagine you are running, you're running a literary agency, and you're looking to get. Just let me finish. I know it's a little annoying. Okay, you're running a literary agency. You're determining which book to sort of work on and publish next, right? one person approaches you, they have a degree in English literature, a master's in authorship or writing or whatever the master's is specialized in related to writing and English literature. They've never published a short story before, and they bring you a short story, okay? Okay. The second person never went to college, but they have a history of publishing short stories in the local newspaper, and they have a small following and readership in the area of a few thousand people who like their work. And their short stories, to your impression, are relatively equal quality or so. Which one are you picking and hiring for the next short story you're going to publish?
Nice.
Either or, it doesn't really matter.
No, that's disingenuous. Which one are you hiring to publish the whose short story are you going to publish?
Wait, did you say they're equal?
Well, we can leave that out. That variable doesn't really matter, but we could say they're
This
equal.
is such a fragile argument.
Wait
Like,
one
if you're
second.
trying to-
This is, your impression as just your own self, your own tastes is that they're relatively equal. Which one are you publishing? You have to pick one.
Oh, no, hold up, ABC. You said they're equal. I didn't say they're equal. You said they're equal.
No, I'm saying your impression as the reader from your personal.
You just, oh my, holy shit.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Dude, you said that they were. Yes, because you just said they were equal. You said the stories were of equal quality, right?
Your personal taste. You personally find them equal in quality, but you're running a literary agency. That's not the only factor you use to determine which one you pick. Okay.
Here's the problem. Yeah, like I would pick the latter, but that's not a motivating argument for saying that college is not a scam. You're making some deductive, not a deductive fallacy, but you're trying to make a deductive argument that proves absolutely that college is not a scam or college is a scam. You're silly, dude. That's not.
There's nothing wrong with using deductive logic or deductive reasoning.
But that's what I'm
Your
saying. It's a
argument makes
you're not
no
using
sense
deductive.
because your argument. Hang on a second.
not-
I'm responding to you. Your argument, the summary of your argument is you're wrong because you're using deductive reasoning. That is not an
I'm
argument.
saying your
Please
deductive
try again.
reasoning is
Please
flawed.
try again. Please try again.
Your deductive reasoning is flawed
You guys
because
hear
you're
me?
not defining
Where is the
first
flaw in the deductive reasoning?
the definition of a scam.
ABC.
Okay. I never
So
said I
what
was
premise?
addressing that phrase, college is not a scam specifically. It was a hypothetical question.
Oh, so you weren't? Is that not where you were going with that?
ABC.
I'm trying to showcase,
Yeah, so it was a bad deductive argument. Thank you.
again, you literally made an argument that
I just defeated that very quickly.
No, you didn't. You simply
ABC.
Tiki, you're more reasonable than this guy.
What's
This
the
guy's
bigger
got
number?
ego. You don't have ego. So Tiki, you respond because this guy has ego. You clearly don't have ego. That's why I like coming on your live because you're clearly a humble individual, unlike this charlatan over here. So
I'm a
if you-
Buddhist. I don't believe in. Don't believe in the self.
yeah, that's a sign of a charlatan. The fact that you don't believe in yourself. Anyway, go on.
That's what Buddhism is, buddy.
If you're Buddhist, you should have no desires. You shouldn't want to make any money. You just want to.
Anyway, sorry, Tiki, what were you going to say? And these
Let's
two
not
rude
look like
individuals
that.
with low intelligence interrupted you, Tiki.
Sorry for that.
ABC. Are you trying to say college is a scam, or like what are you trying to go with the story?
I'm trying to showcase the fact that actually college is relatively nowadays entirely useless as a mechanism to educate oneself or achieve success in the modern world. I think college was valuable.
ABC. Okay, understood. ABC. ABC. What's a bigger number? 2 million or 4 million?
4 million. In what sense do you mean bigger? You mean larger in number, numerically, or what do you mean by bigger?
$2 million or $4 million? What's more?
4 million is 2 million more than 2 million.
Okay. People with college degrees, on average, throughout their 40-year career, make $4 million. Compared to people without college degrees, they make about $2 million on average. Is college still a scam? Like, is it?
I think it's worth.
Okay, so the problem with your analysis,
This guy.
the problem with the statistical methodology you are using is this is a particular framing used by PR firms hired by universities and spread in the media. So what would be a more
Having a job?
What would be?
begging the
Let me
question
finish
fallacy.
my point, please, without interrupting Scotty. So
begging the
what would be a
question,
more congruently accurate method of comparison would be to say, let's compare the salaries of people
Why?
who went to college and people who did not go to college but educated themselves to the same degree. What are their
Hold up.
salary equivalents? Okay.
Hold up, ABC. First and foremost, that's a completely different argument. You're going off track.
What?
Luxury,
No, that's
no cost.
honestly, you just addressed that. Like ABC, wouldn't you assume anyone who has a job that didn't go to college, they educated themselves for that job? So Tiki
Right.
addressed
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
what you would do is you would say, okay, let's look at all senior
This is like
software
people
engineers.
not wanting to like learn things and
Bro, I'm trying to respond to
You were
I'm trying to
critiquing
respond
his
to your point. I'm
methodology,
trying to
but I
respond
didn't
to your
really.
point, okay? So what you would do is you would look at, okay, let's look at all senior software engineers in a given state, California, and you would say, or New York, whatever, and you would say, let's look at all the ones who have graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science or Software Engineering or equivalent, and let's compare the ones that are in the same job role but don't have a
Hold up.
degree, okay? And
That's
let's
not
compare what
hold
age
up,
they were.
ABC. That's not how you compare it. You're comparing specific
Obviously,
jobs.
that's how you would compare it accurately, not the way you did it.
No.
You're doing a general
AB
analysis.
ABC, can you stop yelling? I'm about to kick you off because you're so fucking annoying, dude. You
Because
have
it's
no
a
patience
general
for
statement,
shit.
ABC.
Okay.
You're literally taking the average career earnings of someone who didn't go to college and someone who did go to college. You take those two, look at their lifetime earnings. College outperforms by $2 million.
Okay.
I have one
The study
question.
you are okay. Can I respond, please? So the study you are quoting, does it specifically narrow and drill down into job role titles and specific professions in the exact same role?
Why does it have to be in the exact same role?
Oh my God! See, like, do you not
Why?
understand?
Well,
Have you studied statistics? Have you studied statistics?
No,
Yes, I've
it's
studied.
worse here because, again, we're not saying that every single occupation out there, if you get a college
I know
degree,
that's not what
you're
you're
better
saying,
off.
bro. I know that. I understand
ABC.
statistics.
ABC,
Then
do you know
what's
what?
your fucking
Hold
point?
up. ABC. Just ABC.
I'm listening, bro.
Yelling and screaming doesn't do anything. Saying you're not using my statistics doesn't do anything.
Because he's implying that I do not
As in
understand what
yelling
you're
it.
saying, but I do understand what you're saying.
You don't no, no. I think you do. You just refuse to acknowledge it. You want to go off into a different path, which
No,
has
what I'm
nothing
trying
with the
to
conversation.
express to you is that the methodology you are using or the studies you are citing are not the proper way to analyze whether college
Says
or
who? Says who? Says who?
what I
Says
just
who?
explained to you. If you are
But
not,
here's the problem.
Who says who?
ABC, you have not made a coherent argument with
I've
like.
literally made a
Yeah, you
coherent.
have. What's your argument? Just give your argument.
My argument is it is not proper to determine whether college is or is not worthwhile in one's career or lifetime earnings by doing a general analysis on the population as a whole who have or have not attended college. What would be a more appropriate
Why
analysis?
not?
Okay, agreed. Like what? That's not what we're arguing here. Yeah,
That
make
is
it as
literally
grammar.
what you are
I
citing. You're
agree.
citing that
I,
generally people who go to college have this number of lifetime earnings versus people who do not.
Yes. Yes.
yeah, to
That is
infer
what
that
you're
college is not a
arguing.
scam. Not that your best approach is not forecasting your potential career earnings based on the occupation you want to go into and being really granular. That's not what we're saying here.
Okay, I'm explaining to you that that is not the proper methodology to determine whether something or not is worthwhile. What you ought to be doing is drilling down on
You just didn't hear what I just said. Like, I agree. Yeah, you should, if you want to determine whether you should go to college or not, be specific about what you want to
Okay,
do,
the argument you
potential career
used about
earnings.
okay,
That,
the
that says
argument
nothing
you
about the prompt.
okay, it does actually because the argument
Okay.
you used about lifetime earnings with your general analysis of lifetime earnings of the population, okay, was your argument for why college is not a scam.
Yeah, pretty
So
strong
I'm
abductive
explaining to
reasoning.
you why
Is that
your
not
methodology is
extremely,
not
if your,
proper.
wait, hold on. If your expected career earnings, just generally speaking, are double what they would be otherwise,
Right.
that's pretty good abductive reasoning, right?
Okay, To a counterpoint, alternatively, what if you took that money, put it in a passive index fund, averaging 10% a year? Would your returns not outweigh the college degree?
No.
I'm guessing they would.
You don't have $2 million.
Yeah, you don't
That's
have
the
2 million.
problem.
That's career earnings.
No,
Yeah,
no, you don't
you would.
start with $2 million. Whatever college is, 200K on average, or
It's not
whatever.
100K on average. What? Where'd you get the idea that college is 200K on average?
That's if you're going to like a decent school, it's going to be about 65 grand a year, 50 grand.
Where'd you get that from? The average
Okay,
cost
so
of
can I?
college is not 200.
Okay, so the
I looked
analysis,
this up on a slide
the,
the other day.
the
Yeah,
study,
it's
the
close. It's
studies you are
120K, but it depends. 120K.
I'm talking about without
It's
financial aid.
less.
I mean, I
Okay,
went to
so
Yeah,
mid-tier
I'm saying
pub.
without financial aid. I'm saying without financial aid, like private universities were about 120K. Public was closer to 40.
I went to the
Well,
top public school in the nation, UVA. Tuition was about. I'm
that
out
is
of
not the
state.
top public school in the nation.
Yeah, it is.
Berkeley is no. Berkeley would be
You
the
can
top
you can
public school
Google
in
it.
the nation.
Berkeley's. I mean, there's different rankings, but it's always top 3.
What?
UVA is.
Berkeley is UCLA, Berkeley, and Michigan. Where'd you get the idea that UVA was a top like the number 1 public university?
No, it's
It
up
is.
there. I mean, I agree with him. It's up
I mean,
there.
it's up there, but it's not number 1. Not over
Well,
Berkeley.
in terms of I mean, Berkeley's definitely ahead, but in terms of finance, it's great.
Oh, okay, maybe for finance. I don't know.
Okay, but what I was
Did you go
saying
to the
is,
com?
so
Did you go to the com school R2D2?
no, I went to business school. I went to Darden.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you went
Yeah,
to
Darden's
you did
pretty
a
elite.
master. You didn't do undergrad there.
No, I did undergrad and master's there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but like, did you do the undergrad com school?
Communications? No.
No, commerce.
Oh, commerce?
Did you
No.
go to
Econ.
UVA?
Econ. I live in.
I feel like you didn't go to UVA.
I mean, I live in Richmond. I did 4 years in Charlotte, so I don't know what to tell you.
But the com school, it's like the famous undergraduate business school they got.
I never said it's. I mean,
So can I make a point?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
yeah.
can get more.
Okay, yeah. The year is 1920. Okay?
Alright.
Right. It's a hypothetical scenario. The year is 1920.
You mean
Okay.
historical?
Yeah, it's an example. It's a hypothetical. Okay. The year is 19.
Historical.
The year is 1920, and you're considering whether you should go to school, a specific school set up for making cars, teaching you how to build cars at a factory, or another school teaching you how to build homes. And a guy comes up to you and says, "But if you look at lifetime earnings for the past 100 years,
What are these
you would
examples?
make more building homes than going to learn how to build cars." Would that person make any sense, looking back on it?
Yeah. You do know, like, yeah, why wouldn't that? Yeah, real estate does good too. Like,
No, you're not
what's the
understanding that.
point?
The point is to showcase to you that basing what decision you should make in the future based on historical data doesn't always actually make sense when the entire structure of society is changing, the entire economy is changing, and the entire way people do things changes.
Who do you think are the richest people in society? People with degrees or without degrees?
Probably if you speak generally with degrees, but then it depends on how you break the data down.
No, it does not. Okay, top 10% in America. What percentage? Let's go even more. Top 0.00001%. How many of them have degrees?
Probably the majority of them have degrees.
What percent? What percent?
Obviously, I don't know the exact percentage.
If you had to guess.
Well, that would be ridiculous. I don't know how I would guess that. 0.001. How many decimal places did you use?
What percentage of that 0.0001% has college degrees?
0.0001%.
Of
That's
that
six.
group.
That's 6 zeros removed. 350 million population of the U.S. That would mean 350 individuals. Okay, I mean
Okay, cool.
350.
And how many of those 350 people have college degrees?
Probably at least 275 or 250 of them have college degrees. Probably.
Try closer to 300 to 350. Try closer to all of them.
That's false to say all of them would be false.
Close to all of them.
Okay, could you provide me the spreadsheet with all 350 names and whether or not they have a
Go,
college degree.
yeah, go look at Forbes, for the top 3,000 or top billionaires in the world.
Forbes is notoriously inaccurate. If you ever worked in the finance space, you would know that they're inaccurate.
I'm done with this shit. Data is notoriously inaccurate. You can't use that data. You can't use that data because it's based on the past. You can't use that data because it's not the way I want it to be. You can't use that data because I say so. No, you can't do that because it's not real. Like, literally go look at Forbes, the richest people in America. It will literally list out them and their college degrees. That's what ABC was saying. You can talk to someone, but you can't talk to someone who doesn't get the data. Literally go Google Forbes or Fortune, whatever it is, the list of the richest people on earth. Look at how many of them have degrees. Go look at the top 500 richest Americans. I can guarantee you close to 90% of them have degrees. Also, who's this laser guy? Welcome up, laser guy. You're going to be the last guest. After this, I'm done. Laser guy, you're going to be the last guest. After this, I'm done. Laser guy, you're going to be the last
Why hold on, why do you think college is a
How old are you?
nah, I'm scam?
How old are you?
Hold on, why do you think college is a
How old are you?
nah, I'm scam?
Let's learn out the background.
How old are you? Nah, I'm scam.
Let's learn out the background. Alright, well. Someone was upset that they had to do work. Someone was upset that they had to go learn something and they can't just, do nothing. Sorry about that. Welcome to the real world. You gotta learn stuff. You gotta have skills. Sorry, bud. That was you. You're the one lagging out. I don't know what you're doing. Here, you can come up, but if you're screen recording, that's what's gonna end up happening here. That's what your point was, or what you're upset about college for. Seemed like you were really upset about college. Hello?
Yo.
How old are you?
17.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you can't be up here. You got
Bruh.
18 plus. Sorry about that. Alright, makes sense why you're upset, but anyway. You said that in regards to something you wouldn't know Mexican. You can't be on TikTok live if you're under 18. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay, makes sense. He's 17, doesn't want to go to college. I get it. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Just if you don't like going to college, you prefer to work at McDonald's or wherever you would end up without a college degree, because that's kind of where it's going to be. Like, I don't understand what these people are with. Like, they're against college. Guys, where do you think people with that college degrees end up? It's service industry. That's where most of them end up. It's going to be service industry. You're going to be a cashier, or you're going to be a waiter, or you're going to be, doing orders, putting fries in the bag. That's what a lot of these guys are going to end up doing. They're allergic to college for whatever the reason. Or hard labor. Yeah, you're right. Like, you got to go learn something. And blue collar, that's still cool. At least you're learning something. You can go do trade school, or you can go do college. But where's the people get this idea that you can just skip that and you're gonna get handed a job that pays something? It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, I'm out. Drop a follow if you enjoyed, guys. But yeah, blue collar, I mean, it depends if you like physical labor or not. Some blue collar jobs are rewarding, but they're hard on your body. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream in a minute then. Thank you everyone who joined. But anyway, also, actually, I'll talk to Scott afterwards. But anyway, thank you everyone who joined. It's like, yes, buy and hold is better.